into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Well, it's a beautiful morning. Welcome, you beautiful people, to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on SABC3. It is a Thursday, and I can tell you there's a mixture of nerves and excitement permeating through this entire studio because today is the presenter search on 3, the Expresso Edition Expresso Takeover! Bring them in! Bring them in! Olo Tukuhle and Dean. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Your official 3 hours of live TV has started.
Yes.
And this is you presenting to the nation. Go ahead.
Hi everyone, I'm Dean Woodman.
Hi, I'm Gusha Adams.
Hello, good morning. I'm Audrey That we are so excited to be here, Kat. Like, we can't wait.
And in proper presenter search on 3 fashion, we are going to take over and let Kat have a seat today.
I'm actually going to do that right now, make myself very, very comfortable. I can't wait to see what you guys are going to do. And obviously, you at home are going to be playing a very active role in this hashtag Expresso show. Let us know what you think as the action unfolds hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second. It's going to feel like an eternity. You guys know how long 3 hours is.
No, clearly 3 hours is long, but you just made it longer. Second by second.
Second by second. But we're here to have fun. I mean,
Yes.
it is our time to shine.
I think, yeah, we're ready to take over and make it count, Kat. We've got this.
Well, let's hope that the rest of the team feels equally so. Let's catch up with the rest of them. Tubbsy, who do you have there?
Oh, man, the stakes are high. It's game on. The heat factor is rising all the way up to the top. It is, of course, the Expresso takeover for presenter search on 3. And everyone's looking, I don't know, are you excited or nervous? Because I can't read it.
I'm calm, Tabiso. I am calm, South Africa. Don't you worry about me. I'm good.
Well, as you know, every single morning before we do that, our first post goes out on Facebook, and we invite you to interact with us and connect with us on Facebook and on Twitter using that official hashtag Expresso Show. What's our post?
Exactly, yeah. So, like I said, good morning, South Africa. My name is Nathaniel Davids, coming to you live here on SABC3. To make sure, you got to make sure that you interact with us. So all the contestants are going to be on the show, but you have a chance to let us know how we're doing. So make sure that you get onto that hashtag Expresso Show and comment. Let us know how we're doing. Are we doing good? Yeah. Are you happy? Are you excited? Throw some love towards us. We need the energy. It's 3 hours of live TV, people.
Be absolutely honest with them. It doesn't have to be limited to love. Notwithstanding that if you're not feeling their flame, you can just let them know. Hashtag Expresso Show.
All right, okay. So it's going to be a kind of a baptism of fire, if you will?
It
You're
will.
not feeling their flame. I'm just taking
But so far, so good. There's the right amount of kind of nervous energy. Good morning, by the way. My name is Graham Richards. So good to be here with our presenter takeover. Everyone seems kind of within themselves, pretty calm, cool, nervous, what you want. Everyone must be a little bit nervous, you know?
Everyone must be.
Luckily, they're all looking good.
They're
all looking good, so that's the first part of it.
You're looking good,
when you're
baby.
dressed
Looking good.
well for set and
You
for
do well.
cameras, you do well.
You do well.
feel good and you do good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if looking good is enough to just sort of take the nerves off. I mean, I remember it was just over a year ago. I was in this exact situation and I had to come do this takeover.
Just how hectic was it?
It was absolutely hectic. First of all, you're not sleeping the night before, so I can tell you now that most of these guys haven't had any sleep whatsoever because all you're doing is you're playing out different scenarios of things going absolutely wrong on the day, but hopefully they manage. But our outfits, we look amazing
Guys,
as always.
There's a new shade. I know it might look like a normal denim, but it's a new shade. It's a new shade of dark blue. It's a new shade, guys.
New shade of dark blue.
It really is. No, it's a new shade in the navy blue. It's actually
It's a nice wash.
Cool. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
And I've got my burnt orange on there as well. It's a big trending color as part of B colors to look out for in this season of spring/summer. Woolies has brought the heat once again.
Absolutely.
And you can.
No, the linen touch for me is the ultimate look for the summer, especially when it gets that natural crinkle from your body shape as you move around. That's what I'm all about.
Cool,
nice and
calm,
nice and
collected.
feather light on this.
Just like our presenter search finalists. So we're basically doing nothing today, hey? That's the vibe.
We are going to be served coffee.
Yeah. Good luck. Can you please bring us 3 cups of coffee, my sweetheart? Love your work. Yes, baby, gal.
Whose child are you? They need to come and fetch you, seriously.
Well, following the sold-out success of Volume 1, W Beauty has decided to collaborate once more with makeup maestro to the stars, Sir John, to release the much-awaited and exclusive Volume 2 collection. Now, this collection truly celebrates the modern South African woman, giving her the platform to express herself, celebrate her flaws, and boost her self-esteem. So here in studio with me to create a Sir John look for Presenter Search on 3 finalist Jamie Lee Domberg is Clara Banks. Clara, my darling, it's all over to you. Enjoy, ladies.
Thank you, Leanne. Good morning from sunny Cape Town. My name is Clara, known as Clara Banks, and I'm here with the gorgeous Jamie. Jamie's actually a presenter, so she's making me nervous. No. So, Jamie, we are here today with the Sir John Volume 2 range. The Volume 1 was so brilliant, they decided to bring Volume 2. So I'm going to focus today on the bold red lip. It's a beautiful red lip. It's called Supercharged. It's got like a tint of like a burnt orange. Okay.
I love it.
It's a matte lip, like I said. Very bold. How do you like your lip? Do you like it like super bold or very like matte? I mean, very like satiny, clean?
I like changing it up. So there's days where I'm like, boom, in your face. I want to like have a whole face beat.
Yeah.
But then there's also days I want to just bring it back, keep it natural, keep it clean. But this is definitely a vibe. Like,
Right?
I can feel
Right.
it. Oh,
So how we do that is, so because it's so matte, the color payoff is really, really strong. So if we put it on now, just smile for me, hun. So it glides on. It's a super matte look. Like I said, very bold. Just to lighten it up and give it a satin look, you can add, let me just show you quickly, the Woolies Evening Oil. So what this does is, it literally just gives it a nice glidey look. Okay, satiny glides on.
and it feels so soft on my lips. It's
Right?
like,
Right? You know what's crazy about it? So it's 100% vegan. All Woolies products are 100% vegan.
Love.
Yes, and they believe in beauty without cruelty. That's like our slogan.
Hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag beauty without cruelty. And this specific lipstick was made by South African women, handcrafted specifically by South African women. So I don't know what they do with it, but they, shape it with their fingers. Yeah,
Can I also tell you that it smells so amazing?
it does.
It's
It does. Beautiful, right?
so refreshing. I love it.
It's just like that on. And again, I also don't like a heavy look with nothing on your eyes. So what I would normally do is, you already have like a beautiful, seductive, sensual dark lip, dark eye. So what I would normally do is, I'd bring in a similar color onto your eyes. Like I said, we've already got color on you. But what you can always add on, close your eyes, hun, in the little corners. I'm adding a bit of magic, I'm gonna call it magic. Just so that the look, if you look at me, there we are.
Just to give it like a
jazz
pop,
it up.
like a...
Just to jazz it up.
I love it, and I like that you can play around with it all the time,
Yeah.
and it's so easy. Just pop it in the bag when you want to feel like fabulous. You just like pop up.
Yeah, so it's fabulous, it's in your bag. And we've also got this amazing highlighter. This literally works on each and every skin tone, and I mean each and every. So from the dark girl you can get to albino. Listen, works. Okay, so John is huge on highlights. He likes dewy looks. So obviously, he would give us one of the best highlighters. Okay.
The glow up is real.
Yeah, don't overdo it. Like I said, the color payoff is crazy. And there you are. How are you feeling?
I feel like amazing. I just love it. It really feels so good on the skin.
Yeah.
Soft, and it smells amazing, and it's 100% vegan. You said
100. All Woolies products are 100% vegan. And if you guys want to win yourselves the Sir John Volume 2, you can take a selfie of yourself. So give yourself a Sir John look. Take a selfie of yourself or a friend. Put it up on your timeline and tag Woolworths Beauty. Use the Sir John Pick Me hashtag, and you could win. You could stand to win yourself a full hamper of the Sir John Volume 2.
And get this whole face beat, you say.
That's it.
Just like that. I
Just
love
like that.
it. Thank you so much, Clara Banks.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Thank you. So yeah.
Ah, fantastic. The mood is set. The contouring is on. The highlight is popping. Sir John, Volume 2, of course, ladies, go get that yourself. WBUT. But it's time for us to take a look at the beauty of the human nature that comes in the form of inspirational quotes sometimes.
Yeah. The beauty of failure. We've been talking a lot about the positive side of keeping your mindset positive and what you can generate, manifest in your life. But this one relates to dealing with failure specifically. So be positive and don't fear failure. Instead, redefine it, I love this, as feedback and as a natural part of learning and creating a successful life. If you're not failing at least once a day,
you're not learning.
You are failing. Then you are failing. You've got to fail to be able to learn
and
to be able to grow. Exactly. So be positive about it. Take the knocks as they come, but make sure that you're learning from those little lessons that life gives you. But don't be scared of the failure. Don't let that hold you back, certainly, because that's often we don't end up doing the amazing things that we are destined to do because we are so scared of the failure.
Absolutely.
Just go out there, do it. Embrace it.
I feel like I haven't even unpacked a quote in a long time. But basically, if we had to unpack this one, it means that life's too short to let fear stop you from going after what you want to go after,
what
from
you
chasing
deserve.
your dreams. So make big decisions and don't be scared.
And a very good morning to you. It is Thursday, the 26th of September, and here are your news headlines at the start of the morning.
On your national news for today, the Labour Court will today rule on whether the South African Society of Bank Officials, SASCO, can go ahead with what could be the largest strike in 99 years. The strike has been scheduled for tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Britain's Prince Harry and his wife Meghan and their son Archie met Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu at the Desmond and Leah Tutu Legacy Foundation in Cape Town on the third day of their tour in South Africa yesterday.
On your international news, the Algerian military court has sentenced the brother of former President Abdelaziz Bouteflika and 3 co-defendants to 15 years in prison. Was widely seen as the real power behind the presidency after the brother suffered a debilitating stroke in 2013.
In other news, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has awarded Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi a 2019 Goalkeepers Award for his toilet building program. The Clean India Toilet Building Program has built over 1 million toilets across the country since 2014.
And then finally, on your news today, South Africans optimistic about their individual futures. A new survey has shown 64% view themselves as optimistic, 8% above their global average. The collective outcomes for the 3 African markets surveyed, including South Africa, Nigeria and Kenya, was also 64%, a significantly higher average of optimism than any other region except South America, and as well as about 50% or less recorded for North America and Europe. This has been conducted by YouGov. The Global Optimistic Outlook survey tracked people priorities for the future. More than 20,000 people across 23 countries were surveyed. Now, the survey found significantly optimistic among South Africans for sustainability. 2/3 are optimistic about humankind's ability to change climate change. And that is all for your news headlines.
Well done, Tato.
Thank you.
And of course, myself and Jared will be taking you through those sporting headlines. Just a very quick roundup in our Rugby World Cup action. Of course, throwing forward to a big weekend. Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus has made 13 changes to the side that lost in their Rugby World Cup opener, of course, against the All Blacks to take on Namibia in our second Pool B clash on Saturday.
Uruguay opened their Rugby World Cup campaign on a high, claiming a memorable 30-27 win over Fiji in Kamaishi earlier yesterday morning.
Then moving across to the beautiful game, Bafana Bafana's head coach Molefi Nseki has named his squad to face Mali in the annual Nelson Mandela Challenge. That, of course, scheduled to take place on Sunday, the 13th of October, down in Port Elizabeth.
And throwing it back to today, there will be 2 Rugby World Cup fixtures coming up today, starting with the Pool A clash between Italy and Canada at 9:45, and later USA kick off their World Cup campaign with a match against Pool C table toppers England at 12:45.
It's going to be a tough one, but that's a wrap of your sport for now.
Money, money. Money, money.
And we've asked you to send us through some of your sunrise pictures, and Pavin Pillay sent us a gorgeous picture coming right through there from Durban. You can expect clear skies from Durban with a northeasterly breeze and a maximum temperature of 21 degrees. We also have Joanne Cameron, who sent us a picture from Britannia Bay on the west clouds, where plenty of sunshine can be expected with warm temperatures reaching a maximum of 29 degrees. Your lowest temperature in the country is Polokwane with a low of 3 and a high of 20, and Bombela with 6 and 21. Pretoria sits with a low of 6 and a high of 23, and there's plenty of sunshine in the beautiful city of Johannesburg with a low of 6 and a high of 21. In Mafeking is 6 and 27, and there are clear skies in Klerksdorp with 5 and 29. And Kimberley sits with 8 and 26. Bloemfontein with 3 and 24. An occasional drizzle for Richards Bay is set this morning with a low of 11 and a high of 22. There's obviously clear clouds and sunshine. Pietermaritzburg is 6 and 23. Durban with 14 and 21. And high humidity is expected in Mthatha with a low of 6 and a high of 27. East London with 14 and 25 with east wind of 34 kilometers, and Crackdorp with 7 and 31. High humidity for Port Elizabeth with 14 and 25. And George is 15 and 31. Sutherland is 10 and 25. And the mother city is 15 and 31. Highest temperatures in the country for Forster, it's 15 and 34 with a northeasterly wind of 35 kilometers. And Springboks is 18 to 39. And of course, Uppington is 12 and 29. What else do we have on the show?
Well, this is the moment that we've all been waiting for, because it is Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso Edition live takeover. All of the contestants are here. Well, at least the top 8 are, and it's been a thrilling competition so far. If you caught Presenter Search on 3 last night, then you would know that it's been absolutely amazing. Sadly, saying goodbye to Msebisi Sindane last night. It was very, very emotional, but this is how the game goes. Your top 8 finalists are taking over this morning. 3 hours of non-stop action. Now, throughout the morning, we will see our hopefuls taking on various challenges that will put to the test their live presenting skills. 3 hours of non-stop jam-packed content is no easy feat, and we're putting them through their paces to see if they have what it takes. So competing in the Expresso Morning Show takeover this morning, and make some noise for Kushle Adams, everybody. Nathaniel David. Next to Nathaniel, Jamie Lee Dunbar. Simpiwe Harrison and Mkize. Starting at the back, we've got Tata Mashweshwe. We've also got Oweta Nodada. Jared Ricketts. And Dean Woodman. There they are, everyone. Your top 8 Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso Edition possible presenters. We're looking for 2 spots because it's empty here. You want to call this right here. So stay tuned throughout the morning to see how they do, and if you want a behind-the-scenes peek at what is going down between the takes, then make sure that you tune in to Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso Edition, next Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. to get a full scope of the pressure, the intensity, the tears, the joy, the excitement that's involved in being a presenter on your feel-good breakfast show. You excited, guys?
Yeah!
Woo! Oh my goodness, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And this is the joy of live TV. Yesterday we did ad-libbing, where you kind of make time before you hand over to the next presenter. But hopefully they're not only going to be showing us what they've got, but they also are going to be learning a lot, because you have the best of the best of the best. You've got Katlego Mabwe, everybody. You've got Graham Richard. You've got Tabiso Makbela. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And of course myself. But then again, y'all are so blessed. Y'all are blessed. But this is what we do on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're going to give them a cup of coffee, get them ready, inspired for the day ahead, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. So over to the rest of the team. Can we get 8 cups of coffee? Just asking.
Well, they're coming up stat. But listen, not only do we have the Presenter Search on 3 Expresso Edition hopefuls, we also have 2 of the judges joining us this morning, because, of course, these guys have to be critiqued, and some kind of criteria has to be applied into the judging process to determine who will make it through to the next round that's why, of course, we've got Dr. Musa and Roger Good here in the studio with us. Gents, a very good morning to you.
Morning to you. I don't know how you guys wake up so early.
I know, this morning, that was exactly your very first question. You were like, how do you do this in the morning? So, among the many challenges that these hopefuls are facing today, going through 3 hours of live TV, do you think that the early morning wake-up call is also quite a bit of it?
Look, it's going to affect your whole life. That's definitely something you need to be aware of. You are not up until 2 a.m. anymore, midnight. That's not your time. You're in bed 8 o'clock.
Well, if you're that
very early. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very hectic. And then to keep focus for 3 hours. Look, I'm watching you guys running in and around the studio. This is happening there. That's happening there. It's so busy.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're like deer in headlights.
Yeah.
Did you see that? They look stressed.
Well, we do have some fresh cups of coffee for you guys. I don't know if you guys are coffee drinkers. So says, very good morning to you, my darling. Morning. Thank you very much. How do you take yours, Raj? Do you...
I've got a question. Like, have you guys secretly got together and got like, this is it? We're going to show them what it's like. Like, come on.
Not even.
I mean, they did the check Graham. Like, you did the challenge on one of the episodes where they had to pad out of nowhere. We were pretending there was a technical problem. But this is next level stressful.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
This is exactly where it all comes to bear and shows how much you've prepared yourself and how much spontaneity are you willing to plow into the moment. So what are you guys actually looking for as you make your notes and look at your certain points of critique?
So I know, look, for TV, it's very multifaceted. There's so many things that you need to cover, and a lot of the stuff they haven't learned yet. You know what I'm saying? So there's auto cue reading, there's ad-libbing, there's actual factual stuff that has to go out when you're doing news and sports and weather, things that you can't make up. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many things that are going on, and it's going to be a very rushed job to try to teach you these things, but what better place to learn than live on TV?
It was like on the deep end. I mean, then they've got the floor managers screaming at everybody, moving the cameras around. It's not what it looks like. It's chaos behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
It's
we're going to have fun with it, and hopefully you'll be enjoying it as well at home. #Expresso Show, all of our social media platforms. Roger Good and Dr. Musa will be keeping a watchful eye over these hopeful as they make it through the next 3 hours of live television. Let the fun and games begin. It's the Expresso Show takeover, baby. Yeah. Cheers, boys.
A taste loved by those who have tried it. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show live on SABC3. It is the Presenter Search Takeover. We are taking over this guy. We are just
You're taking over my menu right now.
That's a very good feeling, me, I tell you that. So, peeps, we are talking everything entertainment today.
Yes. What's happening in the world?
So I can tell you now, many people in Cape Town specifically have been very excited about the Duke and the Royals coming through to Cape Town. Yeah, they are visiting us. It is Prince Harry and the wife, Meghan Markle. On that note, I didn't know Meghan Markle was that lady from the show.
From oh yeah.
From Suits, yes. I had no idea.
Although you might want to call her Markle, because Merkel is the German Chancellor Angela.
And we don't want to get
See,
that
like, you can't have Meghan
This is why we
Just say.
This is why you
They could be watching it in Germany and they'd be like, huh? She was in South Africa? No, we didn't know.
So people in Cape Town have been really excited. What do you guys think about them coming through?
First of all, maybe people in Cape Town, but I know that on the social media streets, people were throwing shade.
Really?
They were just like, which South Africa is excited about their royal visit?
Oh,
first
I remember that. I remember that.
And exactly why are they coming? But I think their visit is very important because they were raising social issues and
Yeah, definitely.
They're doing some great work as well. I mean, they met with Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu, as we reported on in the news as well. And I think they bring goodwill, and they're here to promote community and hopefully foster some really tight and good bonds between us and the UK that'll in future benefit both sides of the pond.
Exactly. Some of the I must tell you, I every time I think about Desmond Tutu, like watching him and how he would have interacted. Well, you see, the Royals have come to South Africa. Anyways, that was me attempting. Some of the highlights included some of the highlights included them visiting Boerkaap. And I know in Cape Town there's a very specific way of how you pronounce Boerkaap, or is it Boerkaap?
I would imagine Boer.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends.
Where in Cape Town you're from?
It depends where you're from. It's just like, it's a matter of pronunciation. Like yesterday we had the Franschhoek Sevens Academy, and like in that part of Cape Town, hulle praat van boe in plaas van boer. Dis daai tipe ding.
So I know in Boerkaap they were visiting a couple of areas within Boerkaap. They visited a mosque in Boerkaap. They also made sure that they got some of the local flavor, like the local food.
Nice.
They got more than I have. I haven't been to Boerkaap.
What did they chow?
I'm sure that they had a South African delicacy that they possibly enjoyed. I'm guaranteed of that, Kat.
Like, sure, because this is Cape Town.
Absolutely. After all.
Exactly.
After all. All right, so that is the entertainment news for you. That is the entertainment news for you. Wait, I'm trying to find my place here. There we go. There you are, South Africa. There you are, South Africa. That is your entertainment news. We're going to cross over to Tabiso.
Well, I wonder if you guys are anything like me, if you find the sameness about cleaning ads totally annoying. The usual platitudes and scenarios. We've all seen them. But now, South Africa's best performing dishwashing liquid, MAC, they decided to push boundaries with their new innovative TV campaign. A dishwashing liquid that does what it says. Loads of foam, strong cleaning ingredients, and what more can we say? This is where MAC got creative with a playful demonstration of just how well their dishwashing liquid foams. Now, we went behind the scenes on the shoot of their ad to see just how they achieved this foam extravaganza.
All over South Africa, it seems first-time MAC dishwashing liquid users were taken by surprise.
If you think about it, most dishwashing liquid ads show a sink full of dishes, grimy pots and pans, maybe a side-by-side demo. So we wanted to do something different to get our message across.
MAC decreases more dishes, creates more foam, and also wash more dishes. If you have to compare it against the South African leader itself, I was surprised when I actually started using the product before writing the script, how the product performed. I have to take that attribute of it and create something that's really natural and showcases, this amazing foam.
Could MAC be the country's best kept secret?
The idea was to really do something monstrously big and over the top and just pure fun. And that is like that. The whole of South Africa is, wherever you look, there's going to be somebody washing their dishes, and this is the sort of thing that's going to end up. And basically, at the end of the day, Mac is going to own foam. So we're in the centre of Braamfontein, opposite this absolutely stunning Milner Park Hotel, and the scene is a couple in a coffee shop. She's waiting for the guy to arrive. She's looking on her phone and she picks up some kind of news that's got pictures of the foam in the streets of South Africa. I mean, he comes rushing in, so excited because it's happened right here in the opposite building. Action! In the second part of the film, there's a little girl that watches the TV. She gets to see some of the stuff that we've already shot. And she rushes through past her mum and her friend and goes to the window and looks out because she knows that the house opposite is the house of one of their friends. And what the little girl looks out to see is that the neighbor's house is covered in foam as well.
But what people also don't know is that Mac's high foam formula is stronger and washes more dishes. That's amazing!
At that moment, a guy phones, and it's this woman's husband. Now, she left him there doing the dishes. And of course, they all look out now and they see the entire house is covered in foam.
Yes, I can see it from here. Mac is currently the challenger brand in the market, so it really offers consumers all of the performance and quality that they might expect from a market-leading brand, but at a really affordable price point. And also from a brand proposition point of view, you know, it's a really happy, joyful brand, and we really are about encouraging people to let their light shine in the world.
Live from the early morning drive studios.
Look at the foam!
Come look at this, quick.
What is going on?
All over South Africa, it seems first-time Mac dishwashing liquid users were taken by surprise. Could Mac be the country's best-kept secret?
But what people also don't know is that Mac's high foam formula is stronger and washes more dishes.
That's amazing! Yes, I can see it from here.
Did I use too much?
Too much.
More foam, more power, more dishes. Mac works really hard on tough stains, so you don't have to worry.
Oh, Steve, didn't you say love always leaves a mark?
But it does.
And here, let the real you shine through.
You got to let that light shine, baby. You let your light shine. Nathaniel, how are you feeling, buddy? You had your first real test. That was your segment.
That was my segment.
Entertainment news. How did that feel?
Good. Look, it's live TV. I'm getting used to this, and I'm feeling it. But we have a couple of more hours to go, so we're gonna have fun, man. We're gonna have fun, Graham.
How different does it feel now that you're doing? Because you've obviously been thinking a lot about it.
Yeah.
And now that you've actually in it, I can check. There's a lot of nervous energy, but everyone's being really supportive and helping each other. How different is it?
It is definitely different. You think you know what it's gonna be like until you're actually sitting there. It is frantic. It is insanely frantic. But at the end of the day, if I feel like I'm cut out for it, this is what you kind of have to go through. You know, at the end of the day.
Yeah, dude. No, and all the smaller things will fall into place. Trust me, they really will fall into place. You got that X factor, buddy. So use that X factor right now. There's your cam. Take us to an ad break.
All right, South Africa. We're gonna cross over to an ad break. Don't go anywhere. After this, we're gonna be chatting to Tabiso.
See the world on your doorstep with SA Tourism. Short left and travel starts week of awesomely affordable packages to destinations around South Africa. From September 23rd to 29th on travelstar.co.za, the country, ocean, cities and hidden gems are all in reach with super discounted flights and accommodation. No visas, no stopovers or foreign exchange. Just glorious South African getaways you can experience this Heritage Month for Travel Week.
It's a Thursday morning. We're live, large and in charge on your feel-good breakfast show, and it's the presenter search on 3 Expresso Edition Expresso Takeover. Tato and Dean readying themselves to give you the latest news from the world of technology. Are you guys ready to do this?
So ready to do this,
Fantastic.
man.
Well, it's all yours. The stage is yours.
Well, we've been waiting for the dawn of foldable smartphones to hit the market for months, since they were first unveiled at the beginning of 2019. September will finally see it hit multiple markets around the world in several forms.
Well, 2019 has billed to be the year of foldable phones. It has been marred with many manufacturing issues and resulting to delays, like folding screens breaking due to dust, and particles, and also people moving from, what looked like screen covers that were actually an integral part of smartphones breaking immediately.
These smartphones are still going to be extremely expensive, but it could still be the future, and in 5 years we may all have one of the initial development issues once they are sorted out by the brave first adopters, willing to spend hard-earned cash on a new, novel idea.
So no matter how the launch of these phones go, we'll always ensure that to watch the developments in the future generations closely, to making sure that whether should be taken seriously or not, or be written off as novelty.
So what do you guys make of this? Are you in the market for a foldable phone?
Definitely not in, man. That's going to take money right now, and it's going to break. It's going to break.
So you wouldn't be spending money on a foldable phone?
I will wait until certain people have told you it's amazing, it's not breaking, and then I'll get into the
Tato?
I really would. I mean, it's technology, it evolves all the time, so definitely why not?
So you would buy one?
I would.
Like 30K?
Even though there's no money now.
So Tato's that guy, right? I'll be waiting for him to tell me.
Minister of Finance?
I would.
And he's advised. Anyway, so that's the latest from the world of technology. Thanks, guys. Where are we going to now?
Now we're cutting over to the boys.
The boys. Yo, you got to say it's a B-O-I-S. Boys. B-O-U-I-Y-S. Well done, lads. Well done. The trial by fire continues, but everyone's so fast standing up. So well done, gang. Of course, really exciting time at the moment. Yeah. A lot of buzz around the World Cup. We would have preferred a better start to the Springboks campaign, but last weekend, undoubtedly no ordinary Saturday. Nothing to get too nervous about, but a lot to get really excited about. Of course, while the rest of the country geared up for South Africa's big match against the previous winners of the World Cup, New Zealand. Some very lucky people got to do something else.
They did. Some lucky fans out in Joburg and in Cape Town, but this time around we're going to be showing you some Joburg. Got to meet a Springbok legend in the flesh. Check this out.
Ooh.
The 2019 Rugby World Cup has officially kicked off, and just when you thought South Africans could not get any more excited, Dion Wyatt alongside Samsung have invited customers in stores to, of course, meet a Springbok rugby legend.
At the Dion Wyatt store in the Mall of Africa, Johannesburg, customers were treated to a photo op, signed merchandise, and got to meet SA rugby legend Akhona Ndungane.
I'm with the Springbok rugby legend Akhona Ndungane, and I am in the presence of greatness. Akhona, when you walk into a Dion Wyatt store, what's the first aisle that you gravitate towards?
I like to just, when I'm at home, just chill and watch TV and watch the games on Saturday. So the aisle I usually walk towards is the TVs. I think Samsung's got, great big screen TVs, smart TVs. So when I walk in, I always look which side is the smart Samsung TVs.
Akhona, today is a massively big day for South Africans as we kickstart the Rugby World Cup against the All Blacks. What do you think about the Boks this season? Do we have what it takes to bring it back home?
We definitely do. We've seen how the team has played throughout the year. I think Rassie and the team have done very well. We won the championship. We've got a squad now that he can pick anyone that he chooses to be in the starting lineup. Today is a big one against our old rivals, the All Blacks. I'm actually excited. I think I haven't been this excited to watch a Springbok All Blacks game in a long time.
I'm interested to know from a rugby legend, what are your predictions for today's game?
Yeah, obviously my blood is green, backing the boys, Sia and the boys, and I'll give it to the Boks by, let's say, 4 points. It's going to be a close game though.
That said, what two teams do you think will be at the top, the two finalists?
I think this World Cup is one of those that you don't know who's going to be at the top. For me, I think the Springboks and the All Blacks might be there at the end.
Wouldn't you look at that? Signed by Rugby royalty. Signed, sealed, delivered. Hendrik, Dion Wyatt alongside Samsung have made fans super happy today. How does it feel having a Springbok legend in store, conversing and interacting with your customers?
Yeah, look, it's great having a corner here and delighting our customers. Today is all about our customers. We remain a premium electronics retailer. We try to give customers the premium products at the best possible price in the market. And for me, the future is bright. I look forward to a lot more partnerships with companies like Samsung, big entities that we can partner with.
Mr. Yoon, Samsung has recently partnered with the Springboks as electronic partners. Why is this partnership so important?
Yes, a good question. Springboks partnership is very important for Samsung. So Samsung, we think sports can unite people, especially rugby is the most popular sport in South Africa. And Samsung is the most popular brand in South Africa. That's why we sponsor and the partnership with the Springboks.
Fans of every generation grabbed the chance to meet one of Springbok Rugby's trailblazers.
So how was it meeting a Springbok legend? Akona is fantastic. Of course, Rugby World Cup winner, a legend in South Africa, one of our earlier black players in the national team. So very, very good.
Meeting Akona for the first time was quite immaculate. I mean, the guy's very humble, gives good advice. You always see him on TV doing his thing, performing like a beast. But when you see him in person, he's such a humble person to interact with.
Well, meeting the Springbok legend Akona was a great experience. You see them on TV all the time, but then it's always great to see them in person. A very lovely person to chat to, yeah.
Geez, meeting Akona was like a dream come true. I've always looked up to him. I used to play rugby as a kid as well. So obviously, you know, seeing him in person, a lot taller than I imagined. But I managed to get a nice signature here. And yeah, it was just great chatting to him. Very humble guy. One of my heroes. So.
Not everyone can say they met a Springbok rugby legend. I feel so lucky. With that said, I wish our Boks the best of luck, and something tells me that they're definitely bringing the trophy home this year.
Well, we definitely are wishing our boys the best of luck, but we're also wishing the presenter search on 3, the Expresso Edition contestants, the best of luck as well. Jared Ricketts in the house.
Hey!
Listen, you did sport for the first time on a national TV show. How did that go?
I know nothing about sport. All I know is that I feel like a secret agent with my equipment in my ear. I'm learning words like kamaichi.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a good experience. I'm having an amazing time. The energy is great.
Yeah, as long as you never go chopper come in.
You know,
all right?
Hello, what's happening?
We're not going to do that. But anyways, they're going to be here with us throughout the morning. And of course, if you want to catch all the behind the scenes action, make sure you tune in to Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso Edition, next week, Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. to see all of the action and all of the tears and all of the laughter as well. But Jared, where are we going to after the break?
Well, after the break, we will be in the kitchen where we'll be learning how to make granola cups. I don't know anything about that either.
Okay.
Indulge with Bliss Double Cream Yogurt, made with love by Clover.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show on this Thursday morning, and it's breakfast time in the Expresso kitchen. We're making something totally blissful. Clover Bliss granola cups. You can eat them at home. You can pack them into your lunchbox on the go breakfast. They are absolutely brilliant. Teresa Ullye here to take us through this wonderful recipe. And it looks... Oh, I just took a little side piece there. Just to test out the crunchiness of it, because
that was your professional duty to test out the
really
of our.
Yeah.
I actually also almost did the same thing earlier. I was like, are those like half a muffin? Are they scones? What are they? But they are actually beautiful little cups. So, Teresa, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
What are you making us this morning?
So, granola cups. So we're going to be making the little cup from scratch and then filling it with yogurt, putting some fruit on top. It's a beautiful breakfast idea or for brunch. Absolutely amazing.
And with these hopefuls from Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso Edition, I think they'll be looking forward to grabbing a bit of a bite, just to get their energy levels up, you know, some sweetness, because it's been highly stressful thus far.
But they've been doing well. You guys have been doing well, so well done. This is novel as well. This is quite cute, but you're getting in some nice nutrients. And guys, please, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention we're using our Clover Bliss Double Cream Lemon Meringue.
Yes.
That is insane.
Let's get in on it.
Yes.
So some banana.
Starting with some banana.
Mash that up nice and well.
Mash it up.
Is it better to use the riper bananas or the fresher ones?
You can. It is a great way to use them up.
Yes. I'm always of the opinion that you never eat a banana that's still got some green on it. It's got to have a bit of brown on the side.
If it's not peeling easy, then there's a problem.
And the taste obviously is not as good. Right, shall I ask you to add while I'm nutting away? So you can add in some honey.
Okay, here goes the honey.
So the banana effectively becomes kind of the binding kind of agent.
That's
I don't know if it's the right
Yes, very good.
Is that the right term? Great. But it's amazing how often we're using banana as a healthy additive or kind of substitute in flapjacks, in obviously our beautiful little cups here.
Yes, vanilla.
Cinnamon. Oh, vanilla, excuse me. Cinnamon, where'd you come with that? Gee whiz, are you mad?
Well, you could put some cinnamon in there, bro, if you want to.
There's the cinnamon. There we go.
There we go.
So we are literally just mixing it all together, all in one bowl.
The raisins as well?
Some flavour, raisins as well. The raisins are optional.
Yeah.
So if you're not a raisin fan, you can leave them out.
Yeah, because some people just don't like them.
Yeah, you could add dried fruit. You could add, I was thinking chocolate chips even, would be amazing.
But guys, these raisins are going to kind of caramelize and give you little chewy bits in your granola cup.
Amazing. I'm going to add a pinch of salt.
As we always do.
And then our oats, which is the main component.
Go ahead, G.
I'll give you, there we go.
So in case you've just joined us, we're making these beautiful...
Making them
because they're massive! These Clover Bliss granola cups, and they're beautiful for on the go if you're looking to pack them for lunch at work or for a quick on the go breakfast. Carry them just like this, and then you have your array of fruits and whatever it is that you want to plonk in there.
What could be quite cute is you send your little one with their own little bucket of yogurt and the cups, and they can make them themselves. And you know, it can be like a little project in class.
Yeah.
Right, so now we've got options here. We've got a large muffin tin here. You can use a smaller one. You can make whatever size you like. So like a big one like this would be a nice portion for a brunch.
Okay.
But if you have the minis, you might want to have 2 or 3 or 4.
SMS the keyword Clover to 33728, by the way. And as Graham said earlier on, we're using the cream, the Clover Double Cream lemon meringue flavor. And it's also available in 150 grams. There's the 500-gram package or the 1-kilo package, in case you want some extra for a bigger family. Beautiful source of vitamins. It's so much healthier than the alternative chocolate. This is a great treat because it's nice and sweet as well, but you're getting the health.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to taste this lemon meringue. I haven't actually, but you can get a host of awesome flavors. There's strawberries and cream, black forest, choc chip, hazelnut. They push the boat out a little bit with the flavors. They've kind of, they sound more like ice cream flavors, right? Which is really cool.
Like a nice healthy treat.
So you've created some nice little kind of boats there.
Yes, so use a spoon or use your hands and just push it into the bottom, up the sides of the muffin pan to create that cup shape. And then we're going to bake them in the oven at 170 for 10 to 12 minutes.
Oh, so quick.
The time will vary, you know, obviously the little ones will take a little bit less, but just watch the color and then let them cool completely and they'll harden and set and you can carefully lift them out of the pan and you're good to go.
Okay, great.
And you want them to kind of crisp up nice. You want them to be nice and toasty.
And you want a bit of crunch.
I think we're gonna need those to be all done. So maybe just use the rest of that while we show you at home.
Wow, look at you.
Try a different breakfast option this week. Filled with fruit, rolled oats, and tons of goodness thanks to Clover, these Bliss Lemon Meringue granola cups are great to make ahead of time and are the perfect breakfast for those busy mornings where you have to eat and run. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence to a half a cup of mashed bananas, followed by half a cup of real honey, and stir to combine. Next, add 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a pinch of salt, 2.5 cups of rolled oats, and a half a cup of raisins, and stir to combine. Press the granola mix into a greased muffin tray and pop into the fridge to set. Fill the cups with Clover Bliss Double Cream Lemon Meringue flavor and top with fresh seasonal fruit. Whether you keep your granola cups at home or take them with you to work, make sure you always have some Clover Bliss for added decadence.
Made with love by Clover.
All right, so SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. Simple as that. And then they come out looking lovely, golden, brown, and crispy. And
Gorgeous
then
little cups.
Fill them up.
There's something really cute about this as well. It's like
so
novel.
sweet,
It's
little
really
bite
sweet.
size, and I
Yeah.
love individual portions. You've got your own little cup. You don't have to
Hashtag
share.
fill up the granola cup.
So we're popping the lemon meringue yogurt inside.
Good.
And then use fresh seasonal fruit to top it. So we've got some nacho segments.
And you must go with seasonal fruit,
top.
guys. Apart from the fact it's going to be less expensive.
Yeah.
Support our farmers. We've got amazing produce in this country. Support the guys that are putting in...
Strawberries are really in season right now.
Yes, we're coming into berry season.
They're like this.
You want to see my boy in a happy place? Just give him one of those like giants, and they look even bigger in his little hands.
Sweet. So we're
stuff.
popping some granadilla
that looks
on.
It looks beautiful. It's quite chic, actually, for a little breakfast treat.
Yes,
This is going to
very
elevate
fancy. Very
elevate your
fancy
brunch.
Yeah.
Beautiful
absolutely.
stuff. So SMS Clover to 33728. We've got to get in on the action here, Graham.
I'm
I'm going to let you guys.
See, now the question is, do you go a half bite at a time, or do you go with the whole thing?
I want that cross-sectional kind of vibe, so I'm going to go for a bite, but I have a feeling this is going to go everywhere.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, wow.
Good crunch there, yeah.
What's the keyword?
The keyword, can I sign it? The keyword is Clover to 33728.
Breakfast is served.
Oh, that's yummy.
That is really good.
Indulge with Bliss Double Cream Yogurt. Made with love by Clover.
Oh, guys, they look absolutely delicious. Oh, man, can we get some of those granola cups for our judges? Because it is the presenter search on 3 Expresso Takeover. Dr. Musa, Roger Good in the house.
Word.
How do you think our contestants are doing so far?
I don't know about you, but when you watch the pre-recorded inserts we've been watching on the judging, and now you suddenly see the pressure of a live TV show, and we were saying, people watching don't realize behind the scenes, it's a circus, it's a jungle.
Yeah.
Floor managers screaming, move, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, quick, change. Which camera am I looking at? Teleprompter, don't look like you're reading it. It's nuts.
Yeah, look, it's a lot of pressure, especially because you have one segment that you'll do and you look great, and then the next one you'll be trash, and then everyone will be like, "Ooh." No, I mean, I'm not here to play games.
I know.
But yeah, no, I like it because you get opportunities to get better and better, and hopefully they do better.
So they will refine these little things. I mean, as over time and practice. But
Exactly, but that's why we have them here, because we're looking for 2 presenters to join the Expresso Morning Show, and you can also catch all of the behind-the-scenes action next week, Wednesday at 7:30
That's about
PM.
time.
There's a granola
What
cup
is
for
this?
you.
It's our granola cups.
Can I see a menu?
With
You're not really going to eat it, are you?
No, you have
They
to.
said don't
It's
eat the
no,
set
no,
food.
eat it.
They said it's been
Eat-
sitting here for
eat
2
it.
weeks.
Who
That's
made
not
this?
the real one.
You made it just now. It's fresh. Eat
You
it.
made it.
This is the one that's on the, it's
Oh,
the
wow.
plastic one.
This guy.
That's right, the plastic
He
one.
doesn't trust.
You're going to go
He
hungry on this.
doesn't
No, try it.
trust.
It's really good.
He told me you guys stage all this stuff.
No. It's real. Eat it.
Okay, what?
And it's good. So do it.
I respect myself. I never do.
Tonight on the next Brand Ambassador. Going back to basics, the contestants are tasked with putting together a mall activation that attracts passing shoppers and generates leads.
It's go time.
What are we going to do to make this great?
This is so intense.
I've never done this. Help. No one wants to work with me. If you want to be boss, go be boss somewhere else, gal.
That's the next Brand Ambassador tonight at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. The beautiful Owetu's with me. It is the presenter search on 3 Expresso Takeover.
We are so excited. I mean, we're an hour into the show. It's just going before 7 o'clock, and I think we're going to head over to the news.
And here are those news headlines alongside Kuhle Adams.
The Labour Court will today rule on whether the South African Society of Bank Officials, SASBO, can go ahead with what could be the largest banking strike in 99 years. The strike has been scheduled for tomorrow.
In other news, Britain's Prince Harry and his wife Meghan and their son Archie met Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu at the Desmond and Leah Tutu Legacy Foundation in Cape Town on the 3rd day of their tour in South Africa yesterday.
In international news, an Algerian military court has sentenced the brother of former President Abdelaziz Bouteflika and 3 co-defendants to 15 years in prison. Bouteflika was widely seen as the real power behind the presidency after his brother suffered a debilitating stroke in 2013.
Now, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has awarded Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi a 2019 Goalkeepers Award for his toilet building program. The Clean India toilet building program has built over 1 million toilets across the country since 2014.
And finally, South Africans are optimistic about their individual futures. A new survey has shown 64% view themselves as optimists, 8% above the global average. The collective outcome for the 3 African markets surveyed, South Africa, Nigeria and Kenya, was also 64%, a significantly higher average of optimism than any other region except South America, and well above the 50% or less recorded for North America and Europe. Conducted by YouGov, the Global Optimism Outlook survey tracked people's priorities for the future. More than 20,000 people across 23 countries were surveyed. The survey also found significant optimism among South Africans about sustainability. 2/3 are optimistic about humankind's ability to tackle climate change. And speaking about tackling, I think it's time for us to see what's happening in the world of sport.
Nice one.
Yep, Dean and I are going to bring you a very quick roundup of some of those major sporting headlines. Let's kick it off with our Rugby World Cup watch. Springbok coach Rassie Erasmus has made some whole change, 13 changes in fact to the side that lost in their Rugby World Cup opener against the All Blacks, of course to take on Namibia in their second Pool B clash on Saturday.
Uruguay opened their Rugby World Cup campaign on a high, claiming a memorable 30-77 win over Fiji in Kamayashi yesterday.
And then moving to the beautiful game, Bafana head coach Molefi Nseki has named his squad to face Mali in the annual Nelson Mandela Challenge. That, of course, scheduled to take place on Sunday, the 13th of October down in Port Elizabeth.
Back to rugby, there will be 2 Rugby World Cup fixtures coming up today, starting with the Pool A clash between Italy and Canada at 9:45, and later USA kick off their World Cup campaign with a match against Pool C table toppers England at 12:45.
It's going to be a tough one for them, but that's where we leave our sporting headlines for now. Let's take a look at the roads.
All right, let's see what's happening on the roads this morning. In Gauteng, there's been a multi-vehicle accident on the R21 southbound after Nilmar Pierce Drive. The left lane is currently blocked and causing heavy delays. Please be patient on the roads this morning. And in the Western Cape on Milchell's Pass Road, there's congestion between Ceres Road and Siobhan's Road. The average travelling speed is 5 kilometers per hour with delays of up to 20 minutes. On the Metro Rail Cape Flats line, there's an extended travel time of 20 to 30 minutes on the Cape Flats line due to defective track circuits between Ndabeni and Pinelands with speed restrictions. Well, it's now over to the weather.
So we've asked you to send your sunrise pictures. Louise Chetty, or Cherry rather, sent us her sunrise picture from Blue Hills in Midrand, where plenty of sunshine can be expected with pleasant temperatures and light westerly breeze, reaching a maximum of 21 degrees. Father Khan sent us his sunrise from Richards Bay, where intervals of clouds and sunshine can be expected, with warmer temperatures than the day before, reaching a maximum of 22 degrees. The lowest temperature in the country is Polokwane, with a low of 3 and a high of 20. In Mbombela, it's a low of 6 and a high of 21. Moving over to Pretoria, you have a low of 6, Pretoria, but it's going to get really sunny with 23. Plenty of sunshine for Johannesburg, low of 6, but a high of 21 out in Johannesburg. Moving over to Mahikeng, surging temperatures, a high of 27 but a low of 6. Clear skies can be expected for Klerksdorp with a low of 5 and their high of 24. Kimberley, you have a low of 8 and a maximum of 26. Bloemfontein, a low of 3 and a high of 24. An occasional drizzle for Richards Bay with a low of 11 and a high of 22. Moving over to Pietermaritzburg, you guys have a low of 6 with a high of 23, and my favorite city, Durban, a low of 14 and a high of 21. High humidity for Mthatha with a low of 6 and a high of 27. Moving over to East London, 14 is your lowest temperature and a high of 25. You have easterly winds of 34 kilometers an hour. Cradock, a low of 7 and a high of 31. Really hot in Cradock. High humidity for Port Elizabeth, a low of 14 you can expect with a high of 25. Some sun and clouds. George, a low of 15 and a high of 31. Sutherland, looking at 10 as your low and 25 as your high. And the mother city, 15 is your low, but a sunny 31. The highest temperature in the country, though, is Worcester, with a low of 15 and a surging high of 34. Northeasterly wind, 35 kilometers to be found in Springbok, with a low of 18 and 33. Uppington, looking at you, a low of 12 and a high of 29. Well, that's it for your weather.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Come on now. Hey, when you hear that tune, you know what time it is. It's time to celebrate some birthdays. All positive and good vibes happening over here. It is your feel-good breakfast show, the Expresso Presenter Search takeover of Expresso. Guys, you've seen this happen and play out so many times on TV, and now you get to wish South Africa a happy birthday.
It is real. It is real.
I'm so excited because I really love birthdays.
Okay, well, if you really love birthdays, let's get on with it. Who's celebrating guys today?
First up, we've got Gavin. He's finally 10 years old, and Daddy says, I thank God that you're such a blessing in my life. You're my life, and you are my reason for living. Mommy and Daddy wish you to become the best man that you can be. Stay as lovely as you are. Gavin, Gavin, Gavin. Such a loved boy. We also have Brian Pika. Now, he's turning 2 years old. Brian, our little man, so cute. May you always be filled with love, laughter, loads of love. Love from Auntie Amy and your cousins.
Oh, so much love for all these kids today. And we also have Mbali. Her cousin would like to wish a happy 17th birthday today. You inspire me in so many ways. I love you for that. Enjoy your day to the fullest. And then also we have Maria's Neertling. Happy birthday to my husband. May God keep blessing you. More and more love from your wife and children.
What did you call him? What did you say his name was?
Maria's Neertling.
Maria's? Maria's.
Maria. No.
or just Marius. So we got another one here. A blessed 14th birthday to our precious Kamia Mudli. Lots of love. This is from your dad, your mom, and your sister, Kamren. Happy birthday, Kamia Mudli. And a happy birthday to Matli Wild. Congratulations on being even more experienced. That's in life in general. I don't know what you've learned this year, but every experience transforms us into the people we are today. Enjoy your day. This is from Sharon. Happy birthday, Metal Wild.
We also have Litemba, and Litemba is turning 18 today. Oh, may God bless you. This comes from Oye Nafuma. We also have Rachel. And Rachel is turning 60 years old. May God bless you more. Lots of love from Sharon.
Oh, and then we have an 8th birthday. How cute is that? We love you to the moon and back from your mom, dad, and brother Connor. And then we have Lindo Kule Mkize. The names are May you grow up to see many more years to come. We love you, Lindo, from your mother, Simongile Mkize, and the rest of the family.
And last but not least, we have a quote to be lived by, which literally is meant to celebrate Cameron's birthday. And it says, there's so much in life that you can be grateful for. And to me, you are one of those things. I am extremely proud of you, Cameron, and happy 30th birthday. I'm so sad that I cannot be with you on this special day, but loads of love from Mom. And if you would like to send us some of your love birthday messages, send us a 15-minute clip on WhatsApp.
Not 15 minutes,
15 seconds. 15 minutes. 15 seconds. And the number is 071-640-5651. Remember, 15 seconds, WhatsApp birthday messages. Lovely. Happy birthday to everyone.
So, absolutely. That number once again is 071-640-6551. If you know anyone celebrating their birthday, you want us to show them some love here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, do that. But you can also email birthdays@kadova.tv. And if you're celebrating your birthday, from all of us here, happy birthday.
Please, can someone try and send us a 15-minute birthday video dedication, like a whole little concert that you can perform.
We'll play that all morning long.
Don't worry, we poke fun at each other, so we're going to poke fun at you guys. That's just the way that it works here. Sis Princess,
hello.
What do you make of all this craziness, this madness? What do you think of the presenter search?
Some of them, they're good. Some of them, they're not. They don't have that.
That
vavavoom.
That vavavoom.
That Arabica.
That Arabica, 100%.
Sis Princess only speaks in coffee terms.
I love it. No, but you do give us that vavavoom.
Yes.
We rely on you to give us that. So that's what we're going to do right now.
How many cups of coffee have you had to make today?
Oh, shame.
How many?
More than 30.
And we're not even halfway through yet.
Now we were beginning to understand why she's like, lukewarm about these
Thank you, Sis Princess. Hold my... I was giving you my hand to hold.
I want to say we love you. We appreciate you. We absolutely do in solidarity.
Thank you.
We'll see after the break.
Only the highest grade Arabica beans. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
There's nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica. To enter for Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao, buy any size and your favorite flavor of Tropica in fresh or long life. Find the unique code behind the label or the sticker. Then follow the entry details on the pack and you could win daily prizes of airtime, cash, LG Q60 smartphones, 55-inch LG UHD smart artificial intelligence digital TVs, steam dishwashers, Caribbean tan hampers, or guest watches. That's more than 100,000 prizes. Now, for your chance at competing in Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao, record a video audition of yourself describing how you would outsmooth your competition on the island. Then, load that video onto Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook with hashtag TIOT9 or WhatsApp the video to 063-921-8395. And it could be you winning a share of 1 million rand plus smooth fame and fortune while flying with KLM to the Caribbean for this season of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao.
I know where you're going with this.
Give us a sound check.
Okay.
Freaking hell, that's great.
Let's go. Lucian.
Anthony's.
Am I talking to you? Or just
Gonna play with us?
when I talk.
Just send your hand in the way. Put the pot in the middle of the knee. 6.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso, the presenter search on 3. Take over. Adam. So I'm not alone. I am with someone who this year alone, Morgan Beatbox has performed at expos all over the world. I'm talking about Los Angeles, China, in Jordan, New York, and Germany. When not collecting passport stamps, he hosts his own comedy show called Puza Comedy and has hosted the likes of Barry Hilton, Mark Lottering, Jason Goliath, and this morning he joins us and let us in on what he's working on. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's so good to be here.
It's very good to have you. So you're the only beatboxer in the world who can produce 8 sounds at the same time. I need to understand how you do that.
Well, yeah, so I mean, I haven't found another beatboxer that can layer as many sounds as I can do at the same time, and at this point I can layer 8.
Oh, wow.
How it's done is a lot of trickery. So I mean, it's doing the bass with your voice, whatever your bass line is, and then just using the ends of your lips.
Okay.
And that's very basic, yeah. It's hard to explain what I do, really.
No, but we'll get into that a little bit later on because I also want to learn how to beatbox myself.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So you're a jet setter, and I know that you are traveling to India in January 2020 to represent South Africa at World Fest.
Yeah.
Let us in on what that's all about.
World Fest, they basically take a talent or an artist from each country and they try to cram it all into one big festival. And yeah, I got asked to represent South Africa at World Fest. It's in Chennai in India. And yeah, next Jan, I'm really, really excited. I'm going to go there representing.
Yes, please do the right thing.
100%.
Do the right thing and represent South Africa internationally. This weekend is going to be a big one for you as you're headlining the Cape Town Comedy Club from the 26th to the 28th. Should we expect a fusion of comedy and beatboxing?
Definitely. I mean, it is a comedy club after all.
Yeah.
The beatboxing just ties in really nice with the comedy. I mean, comedy is storytelling in a funny way, right?
Yeah.
And what better way to tell a story than having sound effects?
Yes.
So I mean, anything I want to say, from I opened the door to I turned on the TV to any sound effect, you know, I phoned someone.
That is incredible.
Funny role plays, yeah.
So while we are going to the dining room with Kat and Graham, can you make a sound of a remote?
Yeah, all right, here we go.
Graham and Kat, what's happening?
Oh, they switched. What? He switched to us. Did you see that?
You know, for the first half of that scene, when I was hearing the noises when he was kind of like sound checking, warming his voice box, his tool up earlier, I actually thought we were listening to something over the speaker. I had no idea that was coming out of an actual human being.
He's crazily
dude,
talented.
Morgan, you are unbelievably talented, dude. Thank you so much for that. Speaking of unbelievably talented, last weekend, as we were, I think, all getting very nervous, apprehensive, excited about South Africa starting the World Cup campaign, you got to start your day with someone pretty awesome.
I did. I woke up very, very early because I knew that I needed to be on time back home for the game, but I couldn't miss up on the opportunity of meeting a Springbok legend just before the game, just to give me that extra little gees, you know what I mean?
And what a legend, one of the greatest players ever.
Absolutely. Take a look. Customers at Dion Wide were all stoked to get their chance to meet one of South Africa's former Springbok captains and one of our toughest players on the field yet, a true rugby legend. I've got to be honest, I haven't been this excited in a very long time because in a few hours I'll be watching the All Blacks taking on the Springboks in their World Cup opener in the Rugby World Cup 2019. But when I found out that I could actually meet ex-Springbok captain Corne Krige at Dion Wide before the game, I thought it's an opportunity I couldn't pass by. What a way to get the gees. Courtesy of Samsung, Dion Wide customers were treated to a photo op, signed merchandise and meeting with Corne. Corne, I've seen you walking around the store this morning, but let me know, when you walk into a Dion Wide, what is the first aisle that you walk into and why?
Look, I'm a bit of a Samsung freak. My wife and I have both got the S10. My kids have got the S8s, so I love Samsung. I love tech stuff, so I walk around and I just have a look.
Yeah, they've got great equipment, great products, great technology. But of course, we're here to talk all about the Rugby World Cup. And today is a big one for the Springboks. Opener in Pool B against the All Blacks. What do you make of their performance thus far this season and our chances today?
Look, it's massive. You know, World Cup is like the Olympics of athletics for rugby, you know, and it comes around every 4 years. Some guys will only have one World Cup. They're a good team, and they're well coached and they're confident, you know, and our defence is awesome. We've got a really big back and forwards, and we had a great 9 and 10, you know.
Yeah.
And if you want to win a World Cup, that's what you need. So I'm excited, but even if we do lose today, it shouldn't derail our World Cup. You can still come second in your pool, and you can still go through the quarterfinals, and you need 3 big games, quarterfinal, semi-final, final to win the World Cup.
Meeting None Krika was astonishing. I never thought I would meet him before. He was like friendly, he asked me my name, he asked me how I was doing, yeah.
Meeting him was just, I can't explain it. It was just awesome. I'm just now more than excited to watch the game, and I'm standing 100% at the box.
It was very nice because it's like the first time I've actually met a Springbok player, so it was a very nice experience.
Akbar, you look around you over your shoulder and that is a look you cannot replace. You have made a whole bunch of fans super happy this morning in collaboration with Dion Wyatt and Samsung. You brought one of the legends, Corne Krieger, into store. I mean, and the atmosphere is electric. What is it like having him here?
This is actually really amazing, almost electric. Take me, for example, I'm an avid cricket supporter. Never liked the game of rugby until I saw the Springboks win the World Cup. When I saw that passion and the amount of pain they endure just for their country, that changed my mindset. And it's up to legends like this that have really, really brought the game of rugby for South Africa.
Yeah.
So thanks to Samsung, thanks to legends for coming to Dion Wyatt and really making this shine.
Well, having Corne Krieger here at Dion Wyatt is such an amazing opportunity. I remember the 1995 World Cup win, so seeing a real Springbok legend in the flesh is an amazing opportunity.
While the result, a few calls and a couple of the box kicks didn't entirely go our way, Corne gave us the kind of insight and predictions only first-hand experience can bring.
So if I were to put you on the spot and say, give me the 2 teams who will contest the final and the score of that match, what would you say?
I think we're going to be back in the final against New Zealand. To be honest, I think we'll split up once we get out of our pool, and we're probably going to play each other again in the final. Always in the final, low score, but yeah, even hoping that score today.
Yeah.
I'll take 15-9 today or 15-10, but it's going to be tight.
It's not every day you get to meet true Springbok royalty in living colour, and what an honour to do it just before the big game. And speaking of which, it's time that I get home and get ready to support the Bokke.
Go Bokke!
Go Bokke! Go Bokke!
Go Bokke! Oh my goodness, we're looking forward to the next game the Springboks are playing in the Rugby World Cup. But here in studio today, we're going to get our own fitness action going on. Yoga can be calming and gentle, but it can also be athletic and get your blood pumping. Vinyasa Yoga is a specifically designed form of yoga to get your heart rate up and make you sweat. This morning, we are joined by the instructor, Sam Vietri, who's here to show us a few yoga moves and poses just to burn a few calories. Sam, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Great.
Okay, so I'm a novice at this. I'm going to take your lead.
So we're going to start standing at the top of the mat. You can have your feet about hip distance, about 2 of your own fists.
Okay.
Palm face forward. Gentle squeeze of the bum, lift up through the knees, soften your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to bend the knees so you can sweep the fingertips to the floor. Take your bum back. Inhale, lift the arms up. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to sweep your fingertips down, lift your bum up, lengthen your legs as much as you can, relax your head. Inhale, look gently forward, open up your spine, your chest.
Okay.
As you exhale, you're going to plant your hands, spread your fingers, and then step back, find plank. Fine plank, let's go. Draw your heels back, gentle squeeze of the bum. From here, you're gonna drop your knees. Okay. Your chest, your chin, elbows in. Squeeze it in, then inhale, drop your belly, lift up through your chest. Exhale, tuck your toes, press into your hands, and lift your bum up. Find down dog. All the way, lift your bum. Okay. Inhale, rise to the balls of your feet, look forward. Exhale, you're going to start to walk yourself forward, top of the mat. Relax the head, the neck. Inhale, halfway lift, open up the chest, look forward. Now you're going to plant your right foot on the floor, step your left foot back, way back. Drop the left knee, untuck the toes. Front knee is over ankle. Okay. Draw your hips back, nice. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Gentle squeeze of the bum, look towards your fingers. Anjayanasana, low lunge. Exhale, you're gonna bring your fingers down. Plant the left hand. Amazing. Okay. Right hand, inhale, you're gonna peel it up towards the sky. Find the twist through the belly. Look up towards your fingers.
Sam, I can actually feel my muscles working. Everybody thinks this is just relaxing. It's a real workout.
It is a workout. Inhale, look down.
Sure.
Exhale, plant the hand. Draw the hips back. Gentle flex into that front foot, toes to face, heel out. Take a nice deep breath.
I can feel the stretch right there in the back of my calf muscle, pulling right up there.
Yeah, it feels great.
It feels really good.
Yeah. Plant the hands, bend the knee, untuck the back toe, lift, squeeze the bum, step back, find your plank again. Okay. Drop your knees.
This is a tough one for me.
Chin, elbows in. You want to squeeze the elbows in. Inhale, peel the belly forward, open up.
All right. I think this is a good one.
Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift up, perfect. Relax your head.
Okay, Sam. Thank you so much. That feels absolutely amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you for that session.
Yes.
It was great. Sure.
Wow, anybody that thought presenting was easy is highly mistaken. Judges, what did you think of Olweto in the yoga?
It's kind of intrusive. The nature of the show, you have to be prepared to do it all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I mean, if you're not a fit person, and then they're like, oh yeah, Musa, can you just go roll on the mat for a couple of hours?
But she's like,
fun.
is it over yet?
Did you feel that?
Maybe opportunity to chat to her a bit while they were exercising. I felt maybe. Do you think they could have got away with that?
Yeah. I think a lot more interaction would have been more fun. Just to explain, because if I've just switched on my TV and I don't know what's going on, I'm just seeing people rolling around on mats, but no one is saying anything to me except like walk to the what of the. It's confusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure she's aware now.
Well, we are an hour and a half into the show. It is the Expresso Morning Show live takeover with a top 8 from Presenter Search on 3. See the world on your doorstep with SA Tourism, Short Left and Travel Start's week of awesomely affordable packages to destinations around South Africa. From September 23rd to 29th on travelstar.co.za, the country, ocean, cities and hidden gems are all in reach with super discounted flights and accommodation. No visas, no stopovers or foreign exchange. Just glorious South African getaways you can experience this Heritage Month for Travel Week.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Where's the iPad? The questions.
Welcome back from the ad break. Still tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on SABC 3. It's the hashtag presenter search on 3 Takeover, so it still is your favorite good morning show. Now, with history reaching as far as 1939, the art of performance of Cosmo playing has only gotten bigger and more intrinsic as fandoms across pop culture grew even bigger. Now, one of the largest stages in Cosmo playing in South Africa, Con Africa, just wrapped up. And this morning, we are joined by Master Cosplay Sean Robinson and Luke Anderlis. They are here to share about this fantastic world. Gentlemen, good morning. How are you?
Hi, doing good, thanks to you.
You look the part. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Is this how you wake up every morning?
I wish it was that easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it takes a few hours, but it's all right.
Okay.
A lot of prep.
Okay. So, hearing from you, let's start with you, Luke. Yesterday, you were at the Comic-Con Africa in Johannesburg, and I want you to tell us a little bit more about, how did you find the vibe, the feel, the interest, as well as the presence of the comic players?
Well, it's the second Comic-Con I've been to. It's been the second Comic-Con in South Africa that they've had.
Okay.
The experience is absolutely incredible. I mean, the amount of people that attend, the scale is just incredible. The amount of people in costume, the fans, the international guests, it's just an incredible vibe. And I mean, the amount of effort that people put into their costumes, it really shows. And I mean, you go in there and it's just this other world, and it's absolutely incredible.
Sure, wow, awesome. But you also have your own CosmoCon business, that you are doing at this point in time, and you tailor your very own. So tell us a little bit more about that as well.
Yeah, I do cosplay commissions.
Okay.
So I make costumes for other cosplayers, primarily other cosplayers.
Okay.
So sometimes it's people that have never cosplayed before in their life, and they just want to, for the first time, wear something. So if they want to be Thor, then I make the costume for them. There are people that have been cosplaying for a few years that maybe they don't make their own costumes anymore, but they still want to go and attend the events in costume, and then I make the costumes for them. So it's really fun because I can help bring, their goals and help bring the characters to life.
Yes. Bringing up the characters alive, you say, because I see you have a very alive character.
Yes.
And I see the pink popping there. Who are you dressed by this morning?
I'm dressed as Galtha from the anime 7 Deadly Sins.
Oh, okay. And this is from?
I'm Superboy from the DC Universe.
DC Universe.
Yeah.
Now we speak about it. Now I know.
Based on a classic version, so a very old school version, hence the George Michael kind of inspired look with the jacket and the hair and everything, so yeah.
Okay, I don't think it would be fair if I don't have my own pieces to try on. So it's maybe something for me, to kind of like try on myself.
Well, we brought a prop for you. It's called Fishbone.
I see this. This is so big.
Yeah.
What is happening here?
So this is a prop made by Kampatsu Cosplayer, another South African cosplayer, and we brought it for you to play around with or to hold. Yeah. It's from a video game called League of Legends.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to give it a go.
Let's see how it all goes. Okay.
So you can live your best.
I thought this was so heavy.
It
looks heavy, but it's essentially just foam and plastic cylinder.
Who needs the gym if I've got this?
Who needs the gym when you've got a printed suit?
Okay, I see it. Okay, very interesting. Interesting indeed. But there's also something that I'd love to try on.
So
this right here.
Brought you a...
So this is a hat for
Let's try and show it to the camera. Okay.
Made from foam and cotton wool. The decal's actually done by Luke over here.
Okay.
So it is a little nurse hat.
Coming alive a little bit over there, all right?
Yeah, well, it should pin into a wig, so obviously...
so stand up normally.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, okay. Boop, that fits. Okay. I really feel a little bit alive. But anyway,
you feel more in character now?
Yeah, I feel more in character. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Awesome stuff. What a better way to interact with some of your favorite fictional characters and the worlds by dedicating time to embody them and also their trademark characteristics. So if you want to know more about what went down at this year's Comic-Con African, then make sure to keep it locked to your Feel Good Breakfast show next week as the Johannesburg reporter Tulu Perry gets involved in the culture.
Thank you. Cool.
Thank you.
You good. Don't worry about it.
Okay. And that, my dear friends, is what is known as live television. It happens. It happens. But now, of course, we know that tropical island of treasure, Curacao, is just around the corner. So the big question is, are you smoother than smooth? Well, this is your chance right now to be joining the likes of Simpiwe, Nadia, Ndando, Vazi, Kay, and Boer on the island of Curacao. And all you need to do to enter Tropical Island of Treasure Season 9 is by posting an audition video on any of our social media platforms using hashtag TIOT9. And it could be you winning smooth fame and fortune in this season. And I mean, that's a shared R1 million grand prize that you can share with your teammate. You can enjoy an absolute adventure, plus get to hang on the island with some of our top celebs in the country, in the Caribbean. Now, Nathaniel, you had to submit an audition video for Presenter Search on 3. Obviously, successfully so.
Yes,
you did it.
yes.
What advice would you have for somebody out there trying to get a submission in for Tropical Island of Treasure? What do you think worked for you?
I think what worked for me, and what will work for you, is to spend a lot of money on a videographer. Just do that. That's what I did. I spent a lot of money. Yes, I spent...
How much?
Dude, no, we're not going to discuss that. That's not important. The details is not important. But the point is, I spent money on an amazing videographer. We had a dope set, a million takes to get that right.
Okay.
But just be yourself, man.
Just be
yourself.
Yeah, because I mean, if budget constraints are real for you and you only have a smartphone, what would you say to that person who can't necessarily get an editor and a videographer and a makeup artist and wardrobe? You've just got your phone.
If you just have your phone, then be yourself. As simple as that. Show your personality. Remember that you're going up against so many other people in South Africa, and all of these people want to go on an island. Some people haven't even been on an island. They don't even know how island is spelled properly. But you have the chance to enjoy an amazing opportunity, and all you got to do is be yourself, whatever that is. Whether you're comical, whether you're not comical, whether you're fit, whether you're not into fitness. If you have a stomach like a mother cat like I do, it's fine. Be proud of it and have fun, man.
I've never quite grasped that picture.
You want to see
like a mother cat.
You want to see it?
Would you like to show it?
I mean, I'm not shy. This
well,
looks like
you not being shy is
Saharan forest. No, no, we're not going to do that. I don't want to upset people in the morning.
Anyway, once again, it's time for us right now to look at hashtag TIOT9 video entries, and let's take a look at Nkgopoleng Motsepe's video.
What's up? This is Nkgopoleng Motsepe, and I'm auditioning for you, KCB at Team Peach, to pick me as your partner to Curacao. I'm a quick thinker, and I perform very well under pressure. And guess what? I never lose. The other teams won't see me coming because I'm tiny but very mighty. With your strength, we can take them all one by one, and we will be reigning champions. So you and I will be like Timon and Pumbaa, because when you have me, Hakuna Matata.
That's quite nice. So she's like, when she and Vazi join up, they'll be like Timon and Pumbaa, because then Hakuna Matata. She worked on it because she's small. She's quite a petite young lady.
Yes.
So what do you think? Did she do well in representing herself?
I definitely like her. No, she's fire flames. Keep on doing that, man. Keep on doing that.
Nice one. Well, you've seen an example right there, and you know what to do in order to win smooth fame and fortune. Record a video of yourself describing how you would outsmooth your competition on the island, then load that video onto Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. It's very important that you use hashtag TIOT9. That's how we track it. Another way that you can enter is by visiting tropica.co.za, filling in the entry form on the website, and then submitting your video that way. Or, alternatively, another way that you can enter is by submitting your video via WhatsApp. So once you've recorded it, send it to 063 921 8395. Let me give you that number one more time. 063 921 8395. And who knows, it could be you winning smooth fame and fortune in this season of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao. And if you're looking for more information and T's and C's that apply, you can find those on tropica.co.za. You sing about that stomach?
Yeah, no, it's beautifully shaped.
This is Season 9 of Tropica Island of Treasure. Welcome to Curacao in the Caribbean.
Buy Tropica and come find your smooth fame and fortune. Audition online now to compete with your favorite celeb, and you could join us in paradise and stand a chance to win your share of a smooth 1 million rand. Grab a Tropica for details and see you in paradise.
The more Tropica you buy, the more chances you have to win hundreds of thousands of prizes. Tropica, nothing smoother.
Good morning, South Africa, and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We are still hanging out with Morgan, beatboxer. He is going to pay us some lip service right about now. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Enjoy. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sounds that you're about to hear is all coming out of one human's mouth. Testing instruments, kick drum. snare, rim shot, hi-hat, toms, all together. All right, now let's turn it up. Let's go. Let's go. Guess who? Morgan. Beatbox.
Come on, guys. Yeah. All those intricate sounds. I just heard how you did it a bit earlier, but that was absolutely awesome to witness it in person.
Yeah.
And guess what, guys? He's going to be coming back a bit later to give us some more of those interesting sounds. Come on.
Nice. Not bad, not bad. No, it was awful, Jared. Sorry, that was actually awful. So, Tata, first of all, well done, bro.
Thank you.
I know you guys are really in it now. You're in the thick of things. I should have kept your cosplay headdress on, dude. I was quite liking the...
No, I had enough shots of that, so thank you.
So, buddy, we're about to... Gracie Stevens, one of our absolute favorites, is going to step into the kitchen in a moment. Just based on what you're seeing here in this ingredients list here, what do you think we're going to be creating, dude?
Trust me, if there's one thing I know, that the kitchen is not, my favorite place.
You shall learn.
Yeah, but I shall learn. I see there's onions here, some beetroot over there, goat cheese as well, so...
You're on the money, dude.
It's not really easy to figure it out now.
Buddy, you are on the money. We're actually making a beetroot and two different. Look at this beautiful yellow beetroot. We're making a beetroot and goat's cheese tart. It's going to come together beautifully like a symphony of flavor. And we'll give you a blow by blow after the break. We'll see you in just a moment. Actually,
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Expresso, and this is your presenter search takeover of the Expresso Morning Edition. My name is Dean Woodman, and I'm glad to be sitting here to take you through International Happiness Week at your workplace. When you ask people about work, the general opinion is no one wants to do it. So imagine a whole week that encourages happiness at work. Well, we are in the midst of International Week of Happiness at Work, and as your feel-good breakfast show, we want to ensure that you keep your spring in your step and put your best foot forward at your place, where we of course spend the bulk of our time. Joining us to share in the importance of this week and to share some techniques on keeping a smile on your face at work is the Managing Director at Chaos Casting Directors, Kay Price-Lindsay. Morning, Kay.
Hi, Dean. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm happy.
Well, I've got to ask one question for the audience.
Yes.
Are you happy at your workplace?
I am delighted.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Daily.
Fantastic. Okay, why is it so important to understand the negativity that can impact you at the workplace?
Well, I think what a lot of people don't realize is that we might live in the modern times, but our brain actually is still in the dark ages.
Interesting.
So we've got two brains, a limbic brain and we've got the prefrontal cortex. And the limbic brain was there for us when it scans the environment, looks for all the threats, all the problems, and it alerts you and you're able to your body gets flushed with cortisol and you can run.
Okay.
So that's useful when there's a saber-toothed tiger or a mammoth.
Or when you're driving?
Yeah. Well, now, in modern times, the brain is doing the same thing exactly for driving, for an email, for a deadline, which is not a threat to the level that a saber-toothed tiger was, which is why you end up being stressed and traumatized at work. So we need to understand that between that something happening and our response to it is a gap. And in that gap, we have the power to make a difference. And in that choosing of how we respond in that gap, we find our happiness. But we need to train the brain to be able to do that. It's not going to happen naturally because we're hardwired for negative.
Wow, so we actually need to train our brain for positivity.
Absolutely.
How would one do that?
Okay, so there's lots of ways. Look, mindfulness and mindfulness training is a huge part of many, many businesses now. So that's meditation, breathing techniques. But there's a few that I also wanted to quickly share with you today.
Okay, sure.
So I've got a little book here, which is my happiness diary, okay? And a couple of 3 quick things you can do at work during the day if you're feeling stressed is pull out your diary and jot down 3 things that make you happy, that you're grateful for. So you just remember 3 things that make you grateful. It brings on the happiness chemicals into the brain. Another one, which is really awesome, is to just journal an experience that happened yesterday that made you happy. Just 2 or 3 sentences. So have you got anything that, like yesterday, that you can remember that made you happy?
There was a moment with my kid in the morning. He really made me laugh. I remember that.
Okay. So you would write that down, just 2 sentences.
Sure.
And that will remind your brain what happiness feels like. You get all the same hormones, chemicals you had the day before, and right now, again, you're back to being happy. And the third one is random acts of kindness. So stop thinking about yourself, think about somebody else, and send them a quick SMS or an email, and just tell them how awesome they are and why they make your life feel awesome. And watch what happens to your brain, their brain, and happiness is back
in today's world, I think people will think that's strange, right? Just sending a random SMS saying, hey, how are you? Hope you're good.
But they really appreciate it.
Oh, sorry. Okay, there you go.
Sorry. Yeah, but they really appreciate it. You'll see. It's a wonderful trick.
Well, Kay, you're going to take us through some mindfulness techniques focused around breath work that will help us center our minds and help the viewers to center their minds and achieve objectives of joyful working.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be your guinea pig, and I think we should do this.
Okay. So I'm going to just do one exercise, and this is actually from Google's mindfulness training, which is called SIY, Search Inside Yourself. And this is a mindfulness breathing exercise for your head, body, and heart.
Wow.
Okay, so if you could get straight back.
Right.
Take a nice big breath in and let it out. In your first breath, you're going to breathe in to your head. And you're going to think about, as you breathe in and out, you're just going to notice the thoughts that are in your body at the moment.
All right.
With the next breath, you're going to breathe in and you're going to notice the feelings and emotions in your body. Just notice them, breathing a big breath in and out.
It's feeling intense.
And the third one, you breathe into your heart, into your intuitions. And as you breathe out of that, you ask, what's the next best thing to do today?
Wow. Wow, okay.
Those 3 breaths should center you, and you go back to what you're doing, coming from your heart.
Essentially 3 things, right?
Yeah.
Heart, breath.
Heart, body, head, body, heart.
Head, body, heart. Wow.
That's one of many.
Well, we hope that these techniques and tips will help you to be mindful and to make sure that joy is brought to your workplace and vice versa. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, everyone thinks that meat-free eating has to be boring, flavorless, and absolutely uninspired. But of course, we are on a journey to change all of that. Grace Stevens has partnered up with Be Well to bring the best in colors, in textures, and all of these things really great for your body. But the trick is in all the different ingredients that you're able to find that are not only good for the environment, but also great for your heart, great for your head, and absolutely amazing for your body as well. So, Grace Stevens, over to you. What are we making today?
We are making a Be Well beetroot and goat's milk tart.
I've never heard of anything like it.
No,
I honestly haven't ever.
This is so fabulous as a starter. You can make little ones for a starter for all your brides and entertainment, or make a nice big one and enjoy it with your mates and
most
family.
People, anyone you invite over to your house, but most people might think if you're going to have meat-free, honestly, you are having just a bunch of vegetables chopped up and laid on a plate.
Oh,
this
no.
is clearly not the case. You've got a whole spread of ingredients here. What's happening?
We are going to make an injection of flavor into these simple ingredients. So let me start. I'm going to make like an onion marmalade here. So a little bit of my Be Well oil.
Nice.
Okay. And then some red onions. So red onions are slightly sweeter, but of course you can use white onions if you can't get red onions.
Yeah.
White onions are also slightly cheaper.
Okay, but you're also making use of the canola oil. So you're making use of the Be Well canola oil, which is obviously all about sustainability, made exclusively using locally sourced GMO-free canola oil. When it comes to taste, Be Well canola oil has a delicious buttery taste, while grapeseed oil is more neutral, allowing you to really control the flavoring of your dish, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Very convenient, and I think every kitchen needs to have some Be Well canola oil. Right, so I'm going to pop my garlic in there. This is where your flavors coming in.
Nice.
And you sweat these down, and as soon as these are nicely sweat, so you can tell that they sweated down when they become translucent.
Oh, is that
and they
the
get
test?
all pop, you know?
Oh, is that the test? Because I've never been able to tell, ever. I just do my own thing.
Oh, no, you do need, you need to give it a couple of minutes until it becomes all like nice and translucent.
Nice.
And we've got a lot of onion here, but it is going to cook down to quite a small amount.
Sweet.
So my sugar goes in there. Let's just pour the whole lot. So a bit of sugar, so we're going to get a nice caramelization on those onions.
Fantastic.
And then balsamic vinegar.
Fantastic.
And when that cooks down, that's going to become nice and syrupy. And then that's going to end up like our marmalade over here.
Which is great. What I really love about this meal in particular is the fact that it's, for the health-conscious person, it's the ultimate to go to, right? Specifically when we use the canola oil, the Be Well canola oil, because it is great in terms of not only carrying the Cancer Smart Choice seal due to its high ratio of omega-6 to omega-3s, but also the fact that you feel good about it after eating the meal,
of
right?
course.
It's about feeling good about what you've just ingested.
Absolutely. You've got to take care of your body.
Yeah.
For the people that we love, we need to keep healthy, don't we?
Fab.
Right, so I'm going to start loading up my beautiful tart crust here. So this is just some puff pastry that I've baked off. Here goes my marmalade goes on there. And you want to load some of the, so I've sliced some very, very thinly sliced
Can I help
beetroot.
you?
Go for it.
What must I do?
So just put the beetroot on.
Just all over the place?
All over the beautiful marmalade.
Nice.
Can you smell that?
Yep, I can.
The
But I can also
smells
smell that going
amazing.
on in the pan there, hey?
So
As
I've
well,
got
those
some
flavors.
golden beets here, so you can really mix it up. And of course, over in that one over there, I've got some candied beets, which just makes such a beautiful tart. Some walnuts. Then I've got some beetroot paste over here, which is just some butter and some reserved beetroot.
It's obviously not just for the aesthetic. It's good for the flavor as well. The key word to this recipe is Be Well. If you want this sent to your cell phone, SMS Be Well to 33728. We'll send it to you. But just in case you missed any of the steps involved in creating this beautiful meat-free extravaganza of a meal, take a look at this. You see? It's not difficult. That's Be Well to 33728. And then, of course, there you go. We'll send you the recipe to this absolutely delicious looking as well. Be Well beetroot and goat's cheese tart, which looks so amazing. In fact, I feel guilty just about to cut into it, but we have to taste it.
Now, this is why we make it, so we can eat it.
And also feel good about it at the end of it. So it's guilt-free eating. Grace,
Yes.
you're just a pro.
Okay, here's a fork. Go for it.
I don't need a fork.
Oh, you don't need a fork,
Can I just-
baby.
can I
Okay,
just-
you can just grab it and
do
go.
that?
Oh,
Ah, yes.
can you hear that crunch?
Scrumptious.
Oh, taste the
Delicious.
beetroot.
The
Beautiful.
keyword
Okay?
was Be Well to 33728. Now, simply SMS the keyword Be Well to 33728 to get this recipe sent straight to your phone. A massive thank you to Grace Stevens. Thank you so much, Grace.
My
Absolutely love your
pleasure.
work for proving that even meat can meet its maker.
So, buddy, Dean, we've been connecting here over your big test, okay?
Yeah.
You got to experience that one thing. You haven't been on TV until you've had to go into a meditation and mindfulness exercise in front of 1.5 million people live on air. So how did that feel?
I just needed to make sure that I didn't go too deep into it, right? Because then you can forget everybody else.
You just like check out.
Yeah.
So your big challenge, obviously a pretty cool interview, some interesting stuff there. What was that experience like? You got like a real trial by fire there, having to do the little microphone switch, and I'm wondering if that threw that curveball at you, just to test you. But
one will
that's a lesson,
never
really.
know until after the show, right? But what was very interesting is what I learned is this little earpiece popping out. It's when crucial information is being told to you is like insane. So, you're trying to just slowly lift that hand up.
It just make it like natural, yeah. But these things happen, and you got to roll with the punches. But I think what we were saying about this being the best learning experience, it just doesn't get better than actually doing it live. You've had a crash course, dude, and I think all of you have flown with flying colours, man, all doing incredibly well. So we're going to take a momentary break, a breather. You can take on board that this is the Presenter Search on 3 Expresso Edition takeover. This is their first time doing live TV, and I think they've all done brilliantly. We'll see you in a moment.
My name is Nadia Jafta. I am a South African influencer / entertainer, and you probably best know me for my videos on YouTube and Instagram. To join me on the island, all you have to do is buy a Tropica, follow the entry details on the bottle, take a video of yourself telling me why you would be my ideal partner, and upload it onto all social media platforms with the hashtag TIOT9. Join me in paradise and come find your smooth fame and fortune.
Jay, getting 3? Cool.
Welcome back to it. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso Live right here on SABC3. Beautiful Thursday. So much feel good happening right here. Of course, it is the presenter search on 3, the Expresso Edition takeover. So we've got all the contestants, the top 8 of presenter search on 3, taking over your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So we've asked you on social media what you think of them, if you've got any messages of encouragement and good luck to them. And I think what's happening this entire morning is that these guys can see you good. See, it's very rough. It's not as easy as it seems, right?
Tavi, so look, to be a contestant on Presenter Search and to be taking over your show this morning is absolutely insane. But I mean, Dingu, all the way to know that I'm ready for whatever comes. But let's see what the public have to say.
What do they say?
Hashtag Presenter Search on 3. Kimberly Wenzel has to say, you guys all look amazing and are doing really well. Good luck. Team Jared Ricketts all the way. Jared for Expresso. Hashtag Presenter Search on 3.
Okay, all right. Let's see the next comment. That's from Renit Kipter. It says, good morning. Love Presenter Search on 3 contestants. They each bring their own personality. They must just stay true to who they each are. This is from Renit.
I love that, Renit. It's so true. C. Pensabo Lorien says, morning Expresso team. Have a beautiful Thursday. The Presenter Search was lit yesterday. Sipiwa Wokuhle Adams must make us proud, lady. You nailed it. Have a fabulous Thursday, team.
Beautiful, beautiful messages coming through there. Well, guys, you still have a chance. Let us know on Facebook. It's Expresso Morning Show SABC3. Which one of the contestants you want to see joining Expresso? But any messages of encouragement as well, you can get those through to us. Thanks, Oliver, too.
Yes, please keep supporting us, guys. I think the feedback from you keeps us going, keeps us inspired to know that the country's behind us as we chase our dreams. It's super exciting. Tabisa, I think we're heading up to the top of the news.
The news.
In your national news this morning, the Labour Court will today rule on whether the South African Society of Bank Officials, known as SASPO, can go ahead with what could be the largest banking strike in 99 years. The strike has been scheduled for tomorrow.
And Britain's Prince Harry and his wife Meghan and their son Archie met the Archbishop Desmond Tutu at the Desmond Tutu and Lee Tutu Legacy Foundation in Cape Town, and on the 3rd day of their tour in South Africa yesterday.
On the international front, an Algerian military court has sentenced the brother of former President Abdelaziz Bouteflika and 3 co-defendants to 15 years in prison. Bouteflika was widely seen as the real power behind the presidency after his brother suffered a debilitating stroke in 2013.
And the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has awarded Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi a 2019 Goalkeeper Award for his toilet building program. The Clean India Toilet Building program has built over 100 million toilets across the country since 2014.
And finally, South Africans are optimistic about their individual futures. A new survey has shown that 64% view themselves as optimists, 8% above the global average. The collective outcome for the 3 African markets surveyed, South Africa, Nigeria and Kenya, was also 64%, a significantly higher average of optimism than any other region except South Africa, and well above the 50% or less recorded for North America and Europe.
Conducted by the YouGov and the Global Optimism Outlook survey tracked people's priorities for the future. More than 20,000 people across 23 countries were surveyed. And the survey also found significant optimism among South Africans about sustainability. 2/3 are optimistic about humankind's ability to tackle climate change.
Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Here's a final look at what's happening in the world of sport.
Jamie and I are wrapping up those major sporting headlines this morning with a quick synopsis. Obviously, Rugby World Cup action, all about where the Springboks will be this weekend. And Coach Rassie Erasmus has made some whole change, 13 changes, in fact, to the side that lost in their Rugby World Cup opener against New Zealand to take on Namibia in their second Pool B clash on Saturday.
As well as Uruguay opened their Rugby World Cup campaign on a high, claiming a memorable 30-27 win over Fiji in Kamaishi early yesterday morning.
Then moving on to the beautiful game. Bafana's new head coach, Molefi Nseki, has named his squad to face Mali in the annual Nelson Mandela Challenge. That's scheduled to take place on Sunday, the 13th of October, of course, down in Port Elizabeth.
And then wrapping things up, there will be 2 Rugby World Cup fixtures coming up today, starting with a Pool A clash between Italy and Canada at 9:45. And later, USA kick off their World Cup campaign with a match against Pool C table toppers, England, at 12:45.
It's going to be a tough ask for them, I think, and that is a wrap of your sport for this morning. Well done, Jamie. Good job.
Now for your final look at the weather this morning. Traffic this morning. Gauteng Bedford View on the N3 northbound. There has been a multi-vehicle accident between Van Burden and Linksfield Road. As a result, there is a bumper-to-bumper traffic on the R24 N12 westbound approaching the Galulis interchange. Please be patient on the roads this morning. In the Western Cape Table View, there is a protest action in Danone before Post Station. Burning tires and rocks are obstructing the road. Motorists are advised to avoid the area and use alternative routes this morning. Metro Rail Central Line, there are planned weekend works from the first train on Friday until the last train on Sunday. The Bellville via Lev's train service is cancelled between Bellville and Cape Town in both directions. Please use an alternative mode of transport from tomorrow onwards. Right now, it's time for the weather.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu-C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
All right, so we are now back for your last weather update for the morning. Firstly, we've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Thank you to Favani Pillay for your sunrise picture from Durban, and Joan Cameron for your sunrise from Britannia Bay, as well as Louise Cherry for your sunrise picture from Blue Hills in Midrand. And lastly, Fatah Khan for your sunrise from Richards Bay. Well, let's look at the lowest temperature in the country today. Polokwane coming in at 3 degrees, high of 20. Bombele coming in at 6 with a high of 21. Pretoria at 6 degrees with a high of 23. Plenty of sunshine for Johannesburg, 6 to 21 degrees of a high. Mahikeng 6 degrees with a high of 27. Clear skies for Klerksdorp with 5 degrees as a low, 24 degrees as a high. Kimberley with 8 degrees low, 26 degrees high. Bloemfontein coming in at a low of 3 degrees Celsius, going all the way up to 24 degrees. We've got occasional drizzle for Richards Bay with 11 degrees as a low, 22 as a high. And Pietermaritzburg coming in at 6 degrees with 23 degrees as a high. Durban 14 degrees with a sunny 21 degrees. Humidity for Mthatha with 6 degrees as a low, 21 degrees as a high. East London is at 14 degrees Celsius, 25 as a high, with an easterly wind of 34 kilometers per hour. Craddock comes in at 7 degrees in the low this morning with 31 degrees. Great heat coming in this afternoon with high humidity for Port Elizabeth with 14 degrees low and a 25-degree high. George is at 15 degrees with a high of 31. Sutherland 10 degrees with a high of 25. And Cape Town comes in at 15 degrees with a very hot 31 degrees in the afternoon. Highest temperature in the country is Worcester coming in at 15 degrees this morning with a high of 34 degrees. Northeasterly winds of 35 kilometers per hour. Springbok coming in at 18 degrees and 33 degrees as a high. Uppington 12 degrees with a high of 29 degrees. That's all for the weather this morning.
For the entire morning, for the entire morning we have been judged on our presenting skills, but right now we've got to bring a new set of skills to the table with beatboxing.
Yeah, and obviously Morgan is here to teach us how to do all of that together. How are we?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna attempt.
Okay.
Okay. So the basics of beatboxing, the basics of music is the kick drum, right? I want all 3 of you to try.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost there, Tato.
I can bet mine sounds better. Listen to this.
That was a double one. He's hitting 2 now. All right, so the next sound, and I'm going to use your name here, Tato. Now,
okay.
If you say Tato without the ato, you get a
I see what you did there, brother. Okay.
Now you go. Nice. Okay, next instrument. We need a snare to end off the bar. So you need a...
Okay.
Like I'm upset.
Like you're upset
like
with
I'm
another
upset.
driver.
Like hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Got you.
Yeah. Now, guys, check this out.
Got you.
Okay.
No, but you know what? I kind of feel like I can do better than that. Wait, hold on. Let's see
what
how
you
this
have.
goes. You see me flexing my muscles.
Okay, brother. Okay.
All right. Give this a try. Give this a try.
Round of applause. My word, what was that, guys? You're just going to sit there? Round of applause. My word.
I get interviewed and he steals my job. I'm going to start presenting. We got an ad, mate. Give this a try, guys.
Well, at the end of the day, it's all about looking great on TV. It's Expresso Live and Morgan Beatbox. Yeah, no, fantastic. I love it. I don't know what you did there with your mouth, but I cannot achieve that vocabulary at all.
I'm going to
But
try, actually.
You got a talent, bro.
Let's just try a bit of a... To take me to your heart, where the night is over and we're all alone to pick up all the pieces. Take me to your heart, where the party's over. Don't let me walk alone. Keep me hanging on your shoulder. Oh, 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 oh.
Well, I pretty much tell you this one's a little bit unfair because well, let's do hope that the judges are not going to judge me based on this.
Well, there are people that are going to be judging you based on that. Judges in the house, we're 2 hours down on the Expresso Live Takeover. What did you just think of our guys and the presenters or other contestants in general?
Very interesting starts to that little part of the show there. But look, they decided to step up and continue with the show. I think it was very fun. Showing bits of themselves, showing their talents as well, just really connecting with the viewer. Quite enjoyable.
Exactly. We're 2 hours in, Roger. How are you feeling?
So again, I've just got to remind everybody, you can't see what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It's chaos. There's people, you've got the director screaming at everybody, and something we've noticed is they are struggling with taking direction in the earpiece, which may be something you should explain.
Yes.
That sometimes while you're talking to the camera and you're doing a link, you've got a crazy director screaming in your ear, giving you instructions, and that can throw you off. It throws me off on my radio show, and this is a whole nother level. So
exactly.
They're struggling with that.
But we will be showing you more of the behind the scenes, all of the action. Presenter Search on 3 next week, Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. But now, Princess, my princess, do you have something for our judges to drink, my darling?
Wow. Thank you so much.
Lisa's got a tea.
That was a little
Roger's got a
abrasive.
coffee. We are all sorted.
Sure, okay.
The top 8 contestants from Presenter Search on 3 are taking over Expresso live right here on your television screen. Oh,
my dog.
Nap time just got extra cuddly. Get a free cuddle pillow when you buy 2 bags of Hill's pet food. Where dreams are made.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
And welcome back to your #1 feel-good breakfast show. It is the Presenter Search on 3 Takeover. My name is Simpur Harrison Mkhize, and we're about to get into the baby talk with the lovely Jamie Lee.
I mean, you know, it's so many questions, but when babies are born early or have health problems or experience a difficult birth, they tend to go to the hospital's neonatal intensive care unit, also known as the NICU, usually within the first 24 hours.
And I mean, some of them can stay in there for a day, some stay for hours, and some stay for weeks, and some can stay there for months.
Yeah, so like some babies stay only for a few hours, like you said, months and months on end. But in today's baby talk, pediatrician, dietitian, Kath McGaw is here to help us and just explain to us how to move on from this experience. Thank you so much for joining us, Kath.
Thanks for having me.
As a mom myself, you know, the worst thing possibly is, you know, giving birth and then having to spend time in a lonely NICU. I mean, with neonatal, with NICU Awareness Month coming to an end, can you describe what neonatal intensive care unit actually is?
So it's basically a place where a baby goes that is either very ill after birth or is born prematurely, so born before 37 weeks of gestation. And there it gets intensive care with round-the-clock nursing and special doctors, which are known as neonatologists. So they are pediatricians who have studied further. They specialize in these babies. And then there's a team of us who are also specialized in these babies, being a dietitian, a feeding therapist. You get a neurophysio that also assists in this process, because these babies should still be actually inside the womb and growing and developing. So we've got to recreate the womb environment outside and allow these babies time to grow and develop at the pace that they would have done it if they were still inside their mummies.
And I can imagine, Jamie, that the last place that you want to take your baby after you've taken them out of your stomach is in the ICU. And obviously, because it's not a natural birth, there have to be some complications. What are some of the complications that babies that have had a stay in NICU have?
Well, often the struggles early on is the first is breathing, so they don't always able to breathe on their own and they need assisted breathing support. And then the next big one is the feeding, because they can't sustain their nutrition, because they still technically should be being fed by the umbilical cord, which now has been obviously removed, and they are now needing to find an alternative way of feeding. So there's different ways that we feed these babies. We either feed them through their veins initially, just to get food in, because their guts and their digestive system is still underdeveloped. And then what we do is we often pass a tube via their nose into their stomach, and we feed them that way because their sucking hasn't been developed. And that's one of the major issues down the line, is that because it's like a different way of developing and we're speeding up that development, so they start feeding on breast milk much earlier than what they would have if they had still been inside of their mommies. It takes a while for them to get used to this process, but having the tube go down their nasal passage, down the back of their throat, obviously makes a very disruptive environment for them to swallow and suck. And some babies who are very sensitive almost keep that memory, and makes feeding down the line difficult, even up to the introduction of solids, where they're not really, they're quite sensitive. They've had so much around their mouth. They've had their breathing apparatus, then their tubes, and that's one of the struggles that we see going forward.
Absolutely. So many questions, so little time. I'm hearing puppies, Jamie.
Puppies. We are going to come back with part 2 with Kath McGaw, but let's go over to the puppies.
From talking about cute babies to looking after these cute little puppies right here in studio. Opening your home and heart to a rescue and shelter pet is a life-changing event, especially more so for the animal waiting for a new place to call home. That's why Remember Me Thursday, an international social media awareness day that brings attention to millions of adoptable pets waiting in shelters. It's being commemorated today to honor those that have not yet made it out. They're so cute, I'm even fumbling. This is why we're being joined today by the marketing coordinator for Tears Animal Rescue, Luke Crate, as well as their puppy coordinator, Kate Summers, to share more about the special day and the incredible work being done by Tears. How are you?
How can you not be good with this?
Listen, I am dying and living at the same time. So tell me, today is Remember Me Thursday.
Yeah.
What is the importance of commemorating a day like this in respect to sheltered pets?
Yeah, well, the pet overpopulation globally across the world is huge. And there's so many animals looking for homes, companion animals like dogs and cats. And there's just not enough good homes out there. So we need to try and find enough families for the animals that are born already and looking for new families.
Oh man, and you know, with Tears, it's not just about sheltering these pets, it's also about finding them new homes, lovable homes. Talk to me about the extensive work being done by your organization.
Yeah, so we work with the animal shelters, so we house dogs and cats and rescue them from abuse, neglect and abandonment. And then we have a great hospital facility as well, so we treat and sterilize animals from low-income communities. And then sterilization is the biggest key to alleviating suffering for companion animals. There's just so many of them that are born already into a life of neglect and abuse and suffering, so the easiest thing and the most effective way is to sterilize.
Oh man, and you know, there's so much effort and work that goes into the adoption process and housing these pets. Yeah. Can you talk to me about that and also the importance of making awareness about these cute little friends that need forever homes?
Exactly. And it's all good and well to say you want to look after dogs at an animal shelter and cats as well. But you need to feed them, you need to walk them, you need to love them, you need to change behaviors, train them. So we're always looking for volunteers to help us to kind of make the lives better for the dogs and cats in our care. Yeah, and always need help and financial donations as well. It's the lifeblood of our organization, and we couldn't do half of what we aim to do without having the financial backing from our supporters.
Oh man, they're so cute. I just want to hold one and put it in my hands and in my lap. Talking about volunteers, we now have volunteers for our quick pub quiz that we'll be doing a bit later. But before we get into that, if somebody's watching at home and they want to adopt a pet, where do they get all the information?
So what you can do is you can either come into Tears and meet all of our dogs, puppies, kittens and cats, and you can put in a questionnaire at our premises, or you can fill in an online questionnaire, which basically just answers a bunch of questions to make sure we can match you with the perfect companion animal. And then we do a home check to make sure that your house isn't a hazard to a cat or a dog. And once your home check is passed, you come and pick up your forever pet.
Wow, there's so much that goes into making sure the environment is safe for the new addition to the family. I'm so excited to have you here to look into these beautiful eyes of these adorable animals that need homes. We're gonna come back after the break, and after that we are going to be doing a lovely quiz with some of my friends who are part of the top 8 for the presenter search on 3.
Hey. Is it just me, or was that Ghost?
Ghost?
Wait, give us that shot again of the white dog.
Can
with
you see the little?
It's Ghost from John.
Yeah. We're going back in time.
There, it's
my word.
Listen,
winter is coming.
This is level 500. I cannot deal.
But I think for Joe, that's an unfair advantage putting him on with those little guys. How new and fresh and cute is that?
Absolutely factor all the way up to the top. But guys, the talent factor as well. I'm sure the judges have their work cut out for them, because we've seen segment to segment.
Yeah.
The guys just bringing all they've got.
I've been sitting chatting to Roger, and it just hit me now for the first time. Like, they are really judging. We all like nice, and it's we want to be motivational stuff, but the judges have to really judge them.
Dr. Moose is
They've
like...
got to really actually be critical. They've got to go, which would be a very, very difficult thing for me. So a massive amount of respect there. But I think the presenter search on 3 Expresso Edition finalists have been tested today.
They have been. I mean, I've seen Dr. Musa. He's got no spectacles on today, so he's squinting around. I'm trying to see who he's judging exactly.
He's been judging.
Are you Jared?
Careful now.
He's been judging me.
He knows how to stop your heart beating. Be careful. But of course, remember that you can catch all of the behind-the-scenes action next week on Presenter Search on 3, 7:30 on SABC3 on a Wednesday, and 1 p.m. on a Saturday for that repeat. But there's been lots going on, and we still have 40 minutes left of this Presenter Search on 3 Expresso Edition.
Doing well,
Take over.
You've got this.
Coming up on the
You've
other
got this.
side.
Hi, my name is Sabia, and I pretend to be other people for a living. Come find your smooth fame and fortune on Tropica Island of Treasure Carousel. To join me on the island, all you have to do is buy a bottle of Tropica, Follow the entry details, upload a video of yourself telling me why you'd be my ideal partner. Upload it on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Hashtag TIOT9. And you could join me in paradise and find smooth fame and fortune.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
And we are back with part 2 of Baby Talk. We have the experienced Kath McGaw here just to talk difficulties. Now, Kath, you know, what happens with me is I come of a long line of family that it's midwives, aunties, uncles, everybody want to tell you how to feed. There is no Bible, there's no way to tell us exactly how to feed, how to latch, how to do that. I want to ask you, is there any way of avoiding feeding difficulties with your little one?
Specifically for those in the neonatal ICU, to just take advantage of the support that is offered, and also as a parent to be present as often as possible. You know, it is really challenging and difficult. As we said, the journey can be a very long one, that the baby has to stay in the neonatal ICU, and parents have a set amount of maternity leave. But we really encourage as much contact and allowing the mom and the dad to actually care for the baby, take the baby skin to skin, which we call kangaroo care. And that really helps and stimulates the development of feeding specifically. And so the more time that you can spend with your baby in the neonatal ICU, the more advanced your baby is going to be, the quicker and the better chance there is of less feeding issues down the line.
I mean, the more time you spend with your baby and everybody's sort of telling you what to do with your baby. The thing about feeding with children is that they can't really say when they're hungry. Now, how will I know after I take my baby out of NICU? How will I know that my baby's hungry?
Well, that's also why we really say before we allow discharge, we really want you to get to know your baby, because we all get to know your baby and we start to learn your baby's cues, but we need you to get to know your baby and understand your baby's cues. But it's like anyone, when you take your new baby home from the hospital, you need to know, is this a cry for a dirty nappy or a tired cry or a hungry cry? And it does take a little while to make that connection. So it is just being patient and just trying to observe your baby. Sometimes it's just standing back, observing before you go in and just try and fix it and make it, or don't be scared, just to observe for a while, see what is happening, and then start to put stuff in place.
Now, of course, when you're pregnant, you want to eat everything. It's jam, cookies, koeksiesters, alles, you know. But are there specific foods that you should avoid while baby feeding? You know, when you are breastfeeding, if you are doing that, are there specific foods to avoid?
Well, what we do find in our babies born prematurely is that they do, because even as amazing as breast milk is, a 32-week-old baby born at 28 weeks should still be technically drinking amniotic fluid, not breast milk. So even it's not even ideal. So what we do encourage our moms with the premature babies is to make sure that they get sufficient protein, so your good meats, your eggs, your beans, your lentils, your chicken, those sort of foods. And then they have healthy fats, because those babies need a lot of fats. Fats help with brain development, and they've missed out on that last trimester where there's a lot of laying down of fat that happens, and we need that to happen through the breast milk. And then also to watch amounts of refined sugar intake, because that can create a lot of sweet milk, and that can sometimes cause quite a lot of tummy discomfort, especially in your premature babies. So we assist moms with their diets, and that's something that we do quite consistently when we work with our moms in our neonatal ICU.
And while assisting moms with sort of how they feed their babies, I can imagine that if you're a mom, you sort of don't know how much you should feed the baby. So how do I, as a mother, ensure adequate milk supply for my baby?
So in the beginning, we calculate everything to the mil on a daily basis according to the weight of the baby. And initially, moms are noticed to take their babies home from the neonatal ICU, feel quite a lot of comfort, even if it's breast milk expressed, having bottle feeds, because then they can work out how many mils their baby is taking. But what we do encourage is regular weight checks, because that, if you're going to start doing demand breastfeeding, which we want, you need to check the weight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh my word, so much information that you gave us. I mean, like, even as a mom, I am learning every single day, but like words of wisdom, pearls of wisdom. I hope you learn something
I'm definitely learning so much, because we can never know. We can never know how our kids are going to come out. I mean, finally, if your child ever goes into ICU, I hope you've learned something from the lovely Kath, and of course, Jamie with the experience, man. And this is all we had for you with Baby Talk on SABC 3. It's the Presenter Search on 3 takeover on your #1 feel-good breakfast show.
And they call it puppy love. I'm joined by my colleagues. Hey, girl, bring the notes, bring the beatbox so we'll get it done together. Make a new track right here. Guys, we're still talking puppies, and I have a bit of a pup quiz for you.
Yes.
If your heart hasn't been melted by this Remember Me Thursday, the plight of shelter rescue animals that need to be homed, then it's sure to have melted like butter in a pan after we play our next game, which is called Pup Quiz. How it works is I'll be asking both presenters in turns animal trivia questions. To buzz in, you need to call out your unique sound. If your answer is correct, you will win one of the Tears Animal Rescue puppies that need to find their home. If you answer incorrectly, your opponent gets the puppy.
Wow, wow.
So someone's walking away with a lot of puppies. Want to get started?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's see your animal knowledge. First question. What is the largest type of big cat in the world?
Nathaniel.
Aibo, we have to get the sounds right. So what's your sound? Your sound?
Spaniona.
Now we're going to ask the next question. What are your female elephants called?
That wasn't your sound, so you disqualified.
Yeah, we're like, okay, what's that sound? Let's go to the next question. A doe is what kind of animal?
It's a kangaroo.
Where's your sound? Aibo! Shame! We're going to continue.
I want a puppy,
Jared. Is a shark a fish or an animal?
A fish. It's a fish.
It's a fish because it's in the water
So do I
swimming,
get a
doing its
puppy?
thing. So you get a puppy, girl. Come on.
Go take it a puppy.
Look how cute those puppies.
No, it's mine.
Hi, guys. I'm going to continue. Remember your sounds, okay? What are baby goats called? Oh, okay. You went first.
A baby goat is called a baby goat.
I don't think that's correct at all.
Let's say it together. Let's say it together. It's called a kid.
What? So you get another puppy.
I get another puppy.
Come on, let's bring on the puppies.
All the puppies.
True or false? Rabbits are born blind.
True.
Hi, Kel, roping in the puppies. Bring another one.
You want to come?
We're going to keep the questions coming. Look at this one. Girl, you are just doing the most of the pups. Next question. What is the most recognizable physical feature of a male lion?
Yeah, his mane, his hair, his afro.
Finally.
Yes.
Guys, last question. Get this right. You are doing really well here. He needs to still acquire some more puppies. What type of animal is the largest primate in the world?
Primate.
Primate, yeah.
Next question.
No more questions. Final questions.
Ask the audience.
What's the largest primate? Giraffe?
Oh, wait.
It is the gorilla.
Gorilla. I get a
Sorry,
puppy.
guys,
I
which
get a
means
puppy.
I get the rest of all the puppies. Come on, guys. Whoa, this is not a puppy. This is almost a grown dog. It was so cute. But you can lick my face. We have all these adorable pups with us because it is Remember Me Thursday, all about honoring those shelter pets who are still waiting to find their forever homes. If you are in the Cape and would like to find out more about how to find these gorgeous pups, their forever homes, then head on over to tears@tears.org.za. That's all from me. Thank you so much, guys. You better share these pups with me.
So adorable.
See the world on your doorstep with SA Tourism. Short left and Travel Start's week of awesomely affordable packages to destinations around South Africa. From September 23rd to 29th on travelstar.co.za, the country, ocean, cities and hidden gems are all in reach with super discounted flights and accommodation. No visas, no stopovers or foreign exchange. Just glorious South African getaways you can experience this Heritage Month for Travel Week.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Over the past few weeks, we've been introducing you to a summer style series that is simply irresistible for your fashion season ahead. Woolworths is your go-to retailer for quality and, of course, fashion-forward fabulousness. Stylish pieces have been carefully curated for you. And this week, we're joined by Bronwyn Day, our fashion stylist, to unpack more on the dreamy dress trend, the must-have staple that sees you from day to night, work and play effortlessly. And of course, we're joined by our gorgeous models. Hello, ladies. Bronnie, so good to see you. You're looking absolutely stunning. We'll talk more about that in a second. Now, I feel like we just said hello, spring, and now already summer is creeping in.
Full-blown summer. It's hit us. It's 30 degrees in Cape Town. Yesterday it was 29 degrees. I'm melting.
I'm melting.
It's perfect for dresses.
It is. So
really
what are the key dresses that we need to have for a season of style?
So it's really simple. There's 3 key pieces to own.
The first one up is the midi dress. Midi is the sort of buzzword for this dress, and it means that the length of the dress ends between your knee and your ankle. So mid-calf, basically. And I'm actually wearing an example of a mid-calf dress. This one is from the classic collection, which I'm really loving, the floral print. It's got a slightly like a handkerchief sort of hemline, which is quite pretty. Nice to wear to a wedding or to an event. So it's a little bit more dressy, so to speak, ironically. And then obviously the midi dress is one of them. The second one is the maxi dress, super important. Very sort of casual. You can also dress it up or down. And also just an easy one-off piece to wear. And the third one is the wrap dress. Obviously, Diane van Furstenberg is the trendsetter from many years back, and the wrap dress is here all summer long again, and belted options, printed options. So there's lots of color, as you can see, and our beautiful girls to show us.
I love it. Now, we live in a beautiful country with people of all shapes and sizes. I love that none of us look the same. For those that are a bit more body conscious, what are the dress options when it comes to, you know, wanting to just accentuate the right shapes, the right curves, but look stylish at the same time?
Absolutely. So what I love about these trends and the dresses is it covers everybody. So if you've got a tummy area problem, you might want to wear a wrap dress. You might have a bigger bust and bigger hips. The wrap dress is really great because it accentuates the waist area, which is perfect. So I love the wrap dress for tummy, sort of slight tummy areas, but hippie girls, but also just for being sexy, you know. And then I love the maxi dress just for a lovely long and lean figure. You can really just put it on and it just flows with you everywhere you go. Flat sandals, preferably, especially if you're tall. For the petite girl with a maxi dress, you'd obviously want to wear a wedge or something just to give your leg a bit of length. And then the midi dress is really great if you want to make curves. So some girls have got less curves than others and they actually want more voluptuousness. So the midi dress with ruffles, with a wrap detail, they sort of bring curves to the figure, which is really great because we assume everybody has lots of curves, but not everyone does. So it's really nice to try on the different styles and really just give yourself the opportunity to see what suits your body.
What are your favorite dresses and why?
So my favorite dresses, I've got a few here on the rail and our lovely models to show us. I'm loving the bursts of tropical prints. I love your paisley print dress. I love the burst of tangerine. Citrus colors are big for summer, so I love that, and it goes with a lot of skin tones. And first up here we have Megs, and she can walk forward and show us this summer sort of more beach style dress. I love the over the shoulder detail with this sort of pom-pom crochet finishing
looks
touches.
like a walking tropical island, and I love it.
Absolutely.
Hey, a holiday on legs.
It's really, really pretty, and I've paired it with a flat sandal. Again, you can pair it with a wedge or something a bit higher if you want. And I love the ruche waistline. You can add a belt, go without a belt. You can pop it over a bikini for sundowners in the evening, wear it to lunch with your friends. Just really fun, simple and fresh.
Very nice. Okay, thank you, Megs. And your second favorite?
And our second favorite is the maxi, just because it's just a simple, it's a really clean lines. I love the simplicity of this dress. It's a sort of more stretchy fabric, so again, just gives your body a lovely feel. It's really relaxed. I paired it with animal accessories, just to give it a bit of personality as well. But some women love just a plain dress, and I think this is a really stylish option and just simple.
It's beautiful. Oh, and I feel like it would just go with anyone.
Absolutely.
Ron, thank you so much, my
Pleasure.
darling. You continue to do the most, hey? And of course, all of these wonderful variations of the summer dress as well. Gorgeous.
Absolutely. The wrap dress, the belted dress, and as you can see, prints, maxi dresses, a little bit more formal. So again, it's really a dress for every occasion.
And something for everyone. Well, there you go. From the wrap to the maxi, now you can shop the dreamiest dresses for the season at Woolworths. And to make it even more exciting, you as a Doubly Rewards member can treat yourself with up to 20% off selected dresses in store, online and on the Woolies app.
Now, here on Expresso, the spirit of heritage continues to live on. Now, Musa was lucky enough to spend her day celebrating heritage with the SABC family in Johannesburg, Auckland Park. The day was filled with traditional dances, cultural education, amazing music, and lots of indigenous food. Let's see how all that went down.
That's the Nomatam Sangha Maskandi group, and you know that South Africa is filled with a lot of culture and diversity, and we're here at the SABC to celebrate that with dance, music and indigenous food. With me is Sis H, the acting station manager for Radio 2000. She's the perfect person to ask exactly what's happening here today. Sis H, tell us exactly what it is that's happening here today.
This event is about celebrating who we are. It's about our heritage and ensuring that, you know, sharing and learning from other people what heritage is all about. It is important as a people, especially in South Africa, that we don't forget who we are, where we come from. Things might be changing at the fastest pace, so we need to project and educate our children so that they can really know the essence of who they are and take pride in being black, in being Africans.
Heritage Day for me basically means different cultures coming together and embracing and understanding who we are and where we come from, and just celebrating who we are.
I enjoyed the people, the vibe. I enjoyed the dancers, the music, the live performances that we've seen today, the attires, wow.
Such events makes them to appreciate and also get introduced to our culture. So it means a lot to me because it means we are still preserving, packaging and also promoting our culture.
I mean, I'm Betty and I got to see a lot of things that I did not even know that existed in my culture. So it was such an amazing experience. The food was amazing.
We are diverse. We have different languages. We have different cultures, backgrounds. And that means togetherness. We are one but many. And that is what Rainbow Nation means to me.
What do you think South Africans will be celebrating most this Heritage Day?
Whenever it is this special day, we go out there with love. We share one love, one peace with all the people who are here in the country to make a better place and to also impart skills and knowledge about who we are as a collective and just enjoy life together.
Our way of doing things, the kind of food that we eat, the kind of clothes that we wear. Can we just love that and showcase it more? Africa is beautiful. South Africa is more beautiful.
That's it from me, myself, Musa, the SABC 3 Expresso team. Re rata kaofela ko gae.
Some random reference. From international performances, and he's now preparing to leave us again for the World Fest 2020 in India. But before then, here he is with another mind-blowing performance. Morgan Beatbox, take it away.
classics. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move
No way.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Morgan. Beatbox.
Come on.
I know you tried. I know you tried. But my man, I wish you all the best in India 2020.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Right. Now we're going off to a little commercial break.
What's up, guys? This is Ntando Duma. I'm a media personality, a TV presenter, actress, and a mother. I am pineapple flavor, bright and sexy. I think pineapple is everyone's favorite. It's smooth, it's sweet, it's amazing. So definitely a winning team. Join me on the island, buy a Tropica bottle and see entry details on the bottle. Upload a video of yourself telling me why you'd be my ideal partner. And of course, upload it on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and the hashtag is TIOT9. When you bring in those auditioning videos, please do make sure that you are as real as possible. I want that dedicated somebody with the brain as well to think of the strategies and the plans, and of course that sexy body. Come on with it. Join me on the island and come find your smooth fame and fortune on Tropica Island of Treasure, Carousel.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Live, large and in charge. The top 8 from presenter Search on 3 are in studio. It is the Expresso Morning Show. Take over, you guys. With 7 minutes to go, you've survived.
Yes.
You've survived live television. Kunze, what this morning felt like for you?
I feel like I have been running the whole day. As I sat down, I was like, whew. Now I can breathe, but it was so much fun.
Welcome to our lives.
Listen, I don't actually know what happened besides I'm here, I'm there, shift me there, shift me there. Everyone's asking, did you see that? I said, see what?
Oh, wait till you did some yoga this morning.
Oh, my goodness. So the whole time when I'm doing it, I have to remember that I'm being mic'd, so that I'm on air, so I can't groan as I feel my muscles. I feel like going, oh, the whole time. It was so, yeah. But it was an interesting insert. First time ever doing yoga.
Yeah.
So new things every time you're on Expresso, I guess.
But Oletu, our viewers do appreciate a groan here and there. So they're used to it.
Always Tabisa.
Nathaniel, what's been the process like for you from when you arrived this morning to how you're feeling right now?
I just came back into myself now.
Okay. So you're out of body.
It was purely out of body experience, but I must commend everybody behind the scenes, you guys, and behind the scenes, the crew, the camera. They look after you.
Yeah.
It is a family. It's all about the work getting done, but you make sure that it's a vibe in here. So shout out to the camera crew, shout out to everybody.
Do you now know who the president of Algeria is? What's the process been like for you?
Don't do that. I'm going to go back and do a little bit of research there.
Abdelaziz.
All I can really say is live television is a beast.
Yeah.
So I'm happy I'm here, still alive, and...
Still alive.
Alive.
I can see, like, so you're all in different phases of your process, right?
Yeah.
Some people are like... and I'll maybe put this to all of you, but Jamie, I'll focus on you. Can you remember anything from the show today?
Absolutely nothing, just having coffee. I said words I probably shouldn't have, but okay, we survived. We survived. That's what. Thank you, God.
Hello.
Cynthia, what about you? What's your experience?
Oh, dude, listen, it's not as easy as it looks. You know, when you came in the morning, you're thinking, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I can do this. Until you have to do it. And it's like,
hopefully that hasn't changed.
It's definitely still something that I want to do. But now, I think I blame you guys. Because you guys make it look so easy.
Jared, for one, did you ever think yesterday that you would be doing a link with a puppy in your hand?
But dude, how cute is that dog?
Not at all. And listen, that was so distracting because I can't see teleprompter. I'm trying to read. Dog is licking my face. It's being all cute. I'm going. It's a crash.
And I think the one thing about this entire thing is that it's been such a test for all of you, and hopefully a test to see if this is truly something you want to do or not. Is there any of you guys that sit in there now and thinking, I don't really want to do this? Thank you so much.
Okay, now's your opportunity.
It's easy for the judges. No? Anybody getting up? No?
We still want to do it still.
No one's unsubscribing to that email right there.
Quick question. You know how they always do that juxtaposition between expectation versus reality? What's the one thing that you thought would be... that you thought would turn out this way but has been completely different?
I expected to look like Leanne, just like, then I was like, okay. So, it was definitely a different aspect of expectation versus reality.
Anyone else?
I thought this experience would feel like a lot longer. But the 3 hours literally just sprinted by. Like, I can't believe we're already closing off the show.
Yeah.
So I think...
No, Karen.
I think just going through the paces and just living in the moment has made it go by so quickly. So the expectation, completely different from what the reality is.
Yeah.
Then the opposite for us, because we've done absolutely nothing.
So much coffee throughout the morning. Well done to each and every one of you. You can be very, very proud of yourselves, and good luck with the journey to come. And of course, we're looking forward to welcoming 2 of you onto the couch very soon. Well done. But of course,
on your feet, Jared. You've got a little job to do there, buddy.
Morgan has been absolutely amazing, and right now he's going to be joined by Jared in a very spontaneous, very just off the cuff right now performance, which I'm sure is going to be absolutely fantastic. Guys, when you are ready, take us away into this Thursday morning. Go for it.
Take me to your heart where the night gets colder and we're all alone. to pick up all the pieces. Take me to your heart when the party's over. Don't let me walk alone. Keep me hanging on, hanging on. Hey, hey, oh.
You can come back. So please keep sharing on social media. I think all of the team have expressed how important it is for them to get support, to get critiques. Be nice, okay? Make it constructive criticism.
Yeah, be nice.
You guys are going to have to learn that the viewers know everything and you've got to listen. You really have to listen to what your viewers are saying because ultimately that's why we do what we do, is so that they can take on board what we say. And catch Presenter Search on 3, 7:30 next Wednesday if you want to see what really went on behind the scenes.
I think we might have. Do we have some presenter or some comments from people at home? Actually, we'll check them out after the show.
We'll do it.
It's time for us to say goodbye. Make someone smile out there.
Well done, everybody.
Well done.
Clover.
Another feel-good production.